Hello, everybody. We are back once again. Brit and Jake go to the movies. Are back once again. I'm Britton.
And I'm Jacob.
And today, we're doing... Oh, sorry. I was going to introduce you.
That's okay, go ahead. You can do it now.
Oh. Excuse me. I've decided to invite another guest episode. This is another guest spot. Good friend of mine, good friend of the show. Stand-up comedian, film aficionado, Raymond Watt. How you doing, Raymond?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yes, I'm an American, but right now I'm actually living in Taiwan, so I actually got up really early just to do this podcast.
Jeez. Yeah, I know, that's crazy, man. I forget you live in Taiwan, because...
And it's weird living in Taiwan because, to be honest, the Northmen, the possibility of the Northmen not playing in Taiwan is more concerning to me than a Chinese invasion. Because, I mean, if you thought that joke was in bad taste, then you clearly don't have a passion for film like I do.
No, man, you're good, bro. I'm just... that caught me a little off guard. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we're talking about our third, you could say, art house film. I don't know if I could call it that, but, I would call Persona an art house film.
Although you did do The Green Knight.
Yes, that was our first episode. And then we did The Lighthouse.
Interesting change of pace, considering that your previous episode was Deuce Bigalow, Arctic Gigolo.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so we're taking a 180 from Dumpster Fire into Persona, which is considered by a lot of people to be one of the greatest films of all time. Do I agree?
I think it's certainly up there. It's definitely my favorite Ingmar Bergman.
I mean, I also remembered that Jacob watched it a while ago. What did you think of it, Jacob?
Quite excited to talk about this film, but at the same time, Brit, you fucking bastard, because there's a lot to talk about with this film. Might be very scatterbrained here, so just a warning. But
nah, you're okay, man.
That's my thoughts on the movie. For my thoughts, I think it's a very bleak but insightful look at the human psyche, filled with haunting imagery and disturbingly effective dialogue. It might be my favorite.
Oh.
It might be my favorite of his. It's either this or The Seventh Seal, but I'm not sure. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Seventh Seal, you can't go wrong with that. But considering that you've at least seen a few Ingmar Bergman films, you are more knowledgeable about film than the flick pick.
Indeed.
Because, you know who the flick pick is, right?
I watched the flick pick.
Yeah. Sometimes when he does, Q&A sessions, I actually pay money to ask him questions, and I asked him what his favorite Ingmar Bergman film was, and he actually had to look up who he was.
Out of all people, I assumed that John Flickinger would know who Ingmar Bergman was.
I know. I mean, Chris Stuckman, he probably knows a lot more about art house cinema than we realize. Because I think, most of those guys who review movies, they mostly talk about mainstream films. But I'm willing to guess that most of them are at least aware of art house cinema more than we realize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about... excuse me. I've heard about Persona because a lot of filmmakers I like this movie. I think Martin Scorsese's a big fan of this film. Robert Eggers. What'd you say?
Woody Allen is?
Oh, yeah, Woody Allen. Ari Aster, I know for sure, is a big fan of this movie.
I mean, you can tell they're fans of this movie just by looking at the movies they make.
Oh, yeah. You know what the first film I thought of when I was watching this as it was going along?
The Lighthouse?
Yes. That and Fight Club.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the use of an actual shot of a penis and, how you actually see, the movie as if it's, a reel that's... Well, yeah, it's a lot like Fight Club.
Yeah, I know. This is a really weird movie. It's probably one of the weirdest films I've seen in a while. And I don't say that in a bad way. I actually quite like this movie.
It's short too. It's only like 80 minutes long. Like I think I rewatched it twice in preparation for this review.
Yeah, I know, that surprised me. I was not expecting it to be that short. And one of my friends, Michael, was like, man, he managed to cram a bunch of like really complex stuff into like a half an hour. I'm like, hey, it's about right.
Like the first opening minutes too. I mean, the first opening minutes are quite insane.
Yeah, I know. It's art house cinema at its peak, I suppose you could call it. You can definitely see how large this film has influenced. Though I can definitely see people writing this off as pretentious. I don't think it's pretentious at all. I mean, I don't believe
no, not at all.
Funny you mentioned that in just the 80-minute runtime, they crammed a lot of things in it. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this, but since you mentioned that, it reminds me of Ghost in the Shell in a way, where that film, it had a short runtime, but it had a lot to cram in then just that short runtime. Same with Persona, had a lot to cram in this short runtime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell in a while.
Oh, great movie. I haven't seen it in a while either. I wanna watch that movie again.
I actually like Angel's Egg more. It's from the same director.
I still need to see that.
Yeah.
Jacob loves it.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I remember seeing Chris Stuckman talk about it years ago, but I'm like, I gotta see this for myself because I heard it's very good.
Yeah, very depressing, but it's good.
Persona is also... I don't know what to call this movie. It's weird. It's sad. It's pretty fucked up in a lot of places, too. This is I'm just gonna kind of go with this meme, but it's basically female lighthouse. Two ladies on an island going fucking crazy. And it gets fucking wild.
Pretty much. Or at least one person is.
Yeah.
Like, even I can't really tell you 100% what it's about. I can only just give you ideas.
Yeah.
I for sure can't.
My real struggle with art house films is that I tend to be more of like a story-centric person. So sometimes when it's like art house stuff that I do like, it usually has like a story. There's something there, Unless it's something like The Lighthouse where it's just a bunch of random shit going on.
I'm actually more story-driven too. I mean, if you've seen my film buffs, you might think I'm more of an art house guy, and I am, but I'm still somebody who likes a coherent story. But it's nice to get something like you can interpret differently once in a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Persona has a just totally abstract story. It's kind of like there's stuff going on, but it's like it's more of an experience than it is a movie.
Yeah.
Like a David Lynch film.
Right.
Really for me. I mean, David Lynch is I got Blue Velvet here. I'm kind of scared to watch it.
Dude, I got Mulholland Drive on the 4K Blu-ray Criterion combo.
Oh, wow, you must have got a good deal. I only have 2 Criterion movies.
Yeah, I have like maybe 15,
Oh
including a big-ass Fellini box set.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of, when I watch like a lot of Fellini films, like, his earlier films are a lot more story-driven, whereas later films are a lot more abstract, and that they don't have much of a plot, or at least it seems like they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is my second Bergman movie. The only one I've seen, and I really love, by the way. If I made a greatest films of all time list, this film would probably be on there, and that's The Seventh Seal. Which I was actually thinking about, like, last minute changing it to The Seventh Seal, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to try Persona out and see how it is. And I was not disappointed. Though I still would love to talk about The Seventh Seal at some point. I also need to see that again, because I haven't seen it in a very long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while either. I'd like to watch it again.
Kind of wish we would have done Seventh Seal.
Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best film to start out with if we're talking about Ingmar Bergman, but I liked Persona. I'll put it that way. I was consistently, maybe not entertained, but I was consistently interested in it.
Yeah. know, yeah. But I mean, yeah, we could definitely do Seventh Seal at one point, but I feel like as of now, we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I made up my mind. We'll do it. We'll do it another time. Anyway. But yeah, Persona. This is a weird ass movie. That's also, it's a really, like, there's a lot of, like, this is a very subtextual film. I don't know if you guys would agree with that, but that's kind of what I got.
It's all subtext.
Like, it's not really a story, it's more of, here's a framework, and here are these two characters, and I'll let the audience just figure it out. That's basically what I got out of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, hell, let's talk about the imagery we see in the opening scene. I mean, we see like an erect dick, like a shot of an erect dick that obviously influenced Fight Club.
Wait, there was a dick in Fight Club? I forgot all about this.
Oh my god, it's pretty big. Like when Tyler Durden was like splicing pornography in the family films, you see a picture of it.
Oh my god.
And his character worked as a projectionist at night. Like, obviously, that was inspired by Persona.
I've heard people say this influenced Fight Club, and it definitely did, especially with the, what do you call it?
I mean, the twist where, like, I mean, you could definitely interpret it as, like, her becoming that person.
Yes, I remember writing in my Facebook blurb, this is a very ominous film, and I still would agree with that. This film is very, I wouldn't say uninviting, because it's a, Jacob help me here, or Jacob Raymond help me here.
It's an experience.
Exactly, thank you. Thank you, Jacob, I appreciate it. It's about right.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's some disturbing imagery in this film. They even record that famous thing of that guy lighting himself on fire.
From the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus, Bergman, what are you doing?
1966. Like, just keep that in mind.
Oh my lord! Like, this film I would even say it's ahead of its time, because there's a lot of shit in this movie that I highly doubt would fly today. And
oh really? What makes you say that?
I mean, even stuff in here that probably didn't fly in 1966, especially. I mean, or well, maybe you could make Persona today. I don't know, but I'm sure a lot of people.
In 1960, wait till you see Persona.
Oh Lord.
Dude, Bergman probably broke far more boundaries than even Hitchcock. Especially when you look at some of the films like The Virgin Sprain, which came out in 1960. You're like, wow, that actually came out in 1960.
Yeah, the Vertigo is my favorite Hitchcock film. So there you go.
Yeah, I know The Virgin Sprain. It basically had a really disturbing, controversial rape scene. Was like, holy fuck, this is 1960. In fact, The Last House on the Left was sort of a remake of that.
Yeah, I know. I need this. I'm kind of nervous to see The Virgin Spring, because I'm afraid that The Last House on the Left will kind of ruin that movie for me.
Yeah, I never saw The Last House on the Left, so the movie wasn't ruined.
It's all right. It's kind of, I'd say it's one of those kind of films from the 70s, kind of that pulp film era where they were making a lot of films that, and would nowadays people might say are in bad taste. Grindhouse.
I mean, but I do like The Virgin Sprain. I might even go so far as to say that that's Max von Sydow's best performance.
Yeah. Seventh Seal, though. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of movies with him.
Yeah, he was 27 when he did The Seventh Seal, too.
Oh, my lord. That's nuts.
Ray, quick question. Have you seen Cries and Whispers?
Yes. Have you seen it?
Oh, yes, I have.
It was funny. Red is actually my favorite color, so you know how much I really like the cinematography.
Oh, yeah. My third favorite Ingmar Bergman
my favorite color Ingmar Bergman film.
Oh, without a question. Absolutely.
I mean, I like Fanny Alexander, but yeah, Cries and Whispers is definitely my favorite colored film from his.
I still need to see a lot of those. Oh Lord. But yeah, Persona. This is a black and white movie, so I know a lot of people are probably going to be intimidated by this film. You know?
I mean, no, I mean, it's actually quite common for like some filmmakers to shoot in black and white.
Yeah. I mean, I would just recommend watching it. It's not that long. It's about an hour and a half, maybe longer.
Look at that, more like 80 minutes.
Yeah, 80 minutes. There you go. But yeah, this film is, it's not, God, I don't know. It's not the Seventh Seal where there's like more to chew on, but it's an experience. I'll put it that like Jacob said earlier. It's a wild, maybe not wild, but it was a strange experience. And in all honesty, would I see it again? Yeah, actually, I would like to see it again in the future, but well, I have a stupid load of other movies I'd like to see, so there's that as well. I saw The Northman earlier today, but I'll save that for later.
Not everyone's gonna see it before me.
Sounds like you're away from the mic, Raymond.
Am I too close to the mic?
Yeah, it sounds like you're away from it.
Oh, well, can you at least hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, is there any way to like make my voice louder in post?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because I really do hope the audience is able to hear me.
Okay, now I can hear you better. There you go.
Alright, perfect.
All right. I was getting kind of worried there. But Jacob, you've seen more Bergman movies than I have. You went kind of on a Bergman binge a few years ago. Where would you rank Persona so far in your Bergman experience?
So far, it's my second favorite. Then ranking, Seven Seals my favorite Mark Bergman movie. Then Persona. Then Cries and Whispers. Also, Fanny Alexander is last choice I have seen.
Oh, well, it's funny. Persona is actually my number one Bergman.
Well, what's your second one?
I
thought you were gonna say more after that.
Yeah, Persona's my number one. I don't know how I'd rank it because Virgin Spring, Seven Seal, Wild Strawberries, Fanny and Alexander, Cries and Whispers, all really good. Summer with Monica is extremely underrated.
Oh yeah, Wild Strawberries. Forgot. I've seen that one too. I would put that right above Fanny and Alexander.
Dude, he did Seven Seal and Wild Strawberries in the same year.
Oh,
wow.
That's nuts. I always get impressed when people can put out two movies in the same year, because I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah. Ryu Hamaguchi this year did it with Drive My Car and Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy.
I'd get cold sweats if I had to make two movies in a year.
I mean, probably the best example is Spielberg with Jurassic Park and Schindler's List.
Oh my lord.
Oh, yeah. Has the director ever had a better year?
I bet that was a tonal whiplash for Spielberg when he went to the sets. He's like, oh, hey, I just got done with Jurassic Park. And everyone's just like, we're making a Holocaust movie. He's like, oh, yeah.
Dude, I heard that when he was filming Schindler's List, he would edit Jurassic Park when the day of shooting was done.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
You know, this class I'm taking right now has given me a new appreciation for editors.
Oh yeah, editing is like, well, it's kind of hard because, in a sense, because like editing is such an important part of film, but like, it's kind of hard to notice like what makes like good editing, what makes bad editing, because usually when I watch a movie and something doesn't feel right and I can't really understand why it doesn't feel right, it's usually because of the editing.
Yeah.
Right. When I think of bad editing, I think of most of Michael Bay's movies.
Really, I actually liked Ambulance.
I haven't seen that one.
I mean, like, I can't say it's a particularly smart movie, but it doesn't act like it's smart. You know what I mean? Like, I have nothing against movies that are stupid. I just don't like movies that are stupid, but they think they're smart.
Yeah, I hate those. Avatar.
Hey, don't talk shit about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, not that. No, I mean the Blue People movie.
Yeah, Dances with Smurfs.
Yeah.
And who have sex with their hair. Yeah.
Oh my god. No, Avatar: The Last Airbender is great, but that Blue People Avatar. Oh god.
Yeah,
Dancing with Smurfs.
Well, like James Cameron really wants to make sequels, but honestly, I think there's more public demand for a sequel to Titanic than a sequel to Avatar. Like, just make a Lusitania movie for Christ's sake.
Oh jeez. Oh, I love that. Dancing with Smurfs. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, that was South Park. It wasn't my joke, but yeah.
Oh lord. But back to Bergman. I will say I like this movie. Though it's probably one of those I'm probably going to see again at some point because I'll happily admit I did not get everything that was going on in this movie. In fact, I don't even know how much Bergman was trying to say with this movie. Because a lot of crazy shit goes down in this film.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about the imagery in the opening scene and how it connects to the rest of the movie because that's something I picked up upon more rewatches.
All right.
Like for example, like you know how the Elizabeth Vogler, let's talk a little bit what the movie's about. Sort of, it's basically about a very hot nurse who is assigned to take care of this stage actress who stops speaking, and they go to a secluded island, and like the actress character, she doesn't really speak throughout the entire movie, so the nurse tries to connect with her, and I think she finds out that she had a son that she didn't want, and in the opening sequence, you see like a little boy like putting his hand to the screen, and you see this woman with a very blurred face. Like that could either be Bibi Andersson or Liv Ullman.
Yes. Basically, it's about two women who go to an island. One of them is very attractive, I will say. Bibi Andersson. Whew. That is one, that is a gilf, if I've ever seen one. What do you think, Jacob?
Hell yeah.
Also, R.I.P. She did die in 2019, so there you go.
Dude, but the other actress, Liv Ullman, I think she actually appeared at the Oscars. Not that anybody remembered that.
Oh, Liv Ullman creeped me the fuck out in this film.
Yeah, but I know that actress, she's still alive, and she actually appeared in the Oscars. Not that anybody really remembered that.
Oh shit.
Funny you said that, because I did see her at the Oscars. I was like, oh, that's Liv Ullman.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us wow, I didn't realize she was still alive.
Oh, wow, she apparently was with, our boy, Ingmar Bergman, for a few years. There.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I feel like Bibi Andersson does all the heavy lifting in the movie, though. Liv Ullman had to been fucking, I don't know what's harder, just emoting through your facial expressions or just talking the whole time. I don't know what's harder, but I'm sure this was very tough for both of them in some way. Yeah, I mean, you get the impression that Andersson did more of the heavy lifting, but the reality is Ullman probably gave it her all, too.
Yeah, I don't know about you two, but she really creeped me out in this movie, and I'm sure that was probably intentional in some way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she's almost like a specter, just watching over, what's going on, almost.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could interpret it as that, the nurse Alma is becoming the patient Elizabeth Vogler, kind of like Fight Club, or at least that's one way you could look at it.
Yeah, I could definitely get those vibes, or she's starting to kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but she's starting to morph into our friend, into the other person. I don't know. But, there's a lot of really, there are some people out there, more cynical viewers might call this, pretentious.
I mean, there are a lot of movies that I would call pretentious, but calling this movie pretentious is just a lazy cop-out.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like saying the Seven Seals pretentious, and you like haven't even watched the movie, and you're like, "Did you see it?" No.
Like that's actually kind of a good question. Like, what makes a movie pretentious?
For me, it's when it like really tries to be smart, and it like feels like it's overcompensating. Like for instance, The Matrix. Like they're always fucking over explaining everything. And, you know, they explain a lot of stuff in Persona too, but I feel Persona was more interesting in a way. There's something that kept my attention, though I don't know exactly what it was. Maybe it was the ominous atmosphere of I don't know. I really don't know. It's a strange thing. It's also a surprisingly funny movie. It caught me off guard a few times. With a particular scene I'll get to later. But yeah, but basically my blurb thoughts is I enjoyed this film. It is certainly it's one of those films. If you watch it, you're probably gonna say it was interesting. It's one of those movies, you know.
Oh yeah. And you won't forget it either.
Oh no, It was a wild experience. There was a dick in there.
I think my favorite part just might be the opening like few minutes. You know, just a bunch of abstract images. Like it's like something straight out of Un Chien Andalou, only even crazier.
I don't believe I've seen that one.
Oh, it's like a very famous like 17-minute short film that came out in 1929. Louis Buñuel did it, and Salvador Dali co-wrote it.
Oh god, that does sound pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dig into this movie.
Oh god.
So I remember when I started watching this film, I was like, okay, show me what you got. And this film just is like, all right, just starts throwing. It's basically a projector, just begins like screening these images. Like one is a spider crawling around. One is like they're cutting into. I think it's a lamb. They're like cutting into a lamb, and they're also talking about the crucifixion. Which, if you know Bergman's films, and from what I've known from the one movie I had seen previously from him, he is obsessed with religion.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Especially in like the Seventh Seal, which is basically a knight just kind of wondering what's even the purpose of all of this.
Oh yeah, it's a common theme for sure.
Though, this film isn't quite as religious as some of his other movies. It's I would say it's one of it. Some people have said this is one of his more abstract movies, and I'd probably agree. Yeah, this film's pretty
Yeah, I mean something like The Virgin Spring, that is like very straightforward.
I'll have to watch it then. Oh yeah, there's also the crucifixion, which I don't know how they did that, but it looks just ugh, God.
I mean, you really just see like a hand being nailed to a piece of wood.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, it's my aunt. But then a boy ends up waking up in a morgue, or he's like laying down on something. I didn't recognize it was a morgue because I'm a fucking idiot. But the boy wakes up in this like place, and he's naked. I'm assuming, and he like looks at the screen, which is blurred, and it's like this woman, just on there, and.
I mean, that scene definitely had a purpose in the story because I'm pretty sure that boy is supposed to be like her son. And that blurred woman is either the nurse or the patient. Like, it's intentionally blurred because you can't tell which one is it.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think it's kind of a framing device, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, what were you saying, Jacob?
I was agreeing.
Oh. Then we end up meeting our main characters. Alma, who's a nurse played by fucking Bibi Andersson.
Bibi Andersson.
Who, by the way, mwah, whew, it's a gilf if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, getting a boner.
I mean,
Oh.
just seeing her in a swimsuit kind of got me aroused.
Especially when we get to that one scene later, I'm like, yes.
I mean, like little stuff like that can get me aroused.
Hey, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah. You know, and the other lady called Elizabeth Vogler.
Elizabeth, like, because it's Scandinavian. It's not Elizabeth, but it's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yes. Played by Liv Ullman, who is an actress on the stage who has suddenly stopped speaking and moving and just basically doing anything in general. So I will say, it does give you a sense of mystery. Like, you don't know, okay, why is this woman not speaking? You know, how are they going to try and figure this out? And Alma is basically the nurse who's allowed to talk with, and she's basically assigned to treat Miss Vogler. And we get some monologues, which actually I don't know if you guys have seen a Tarkovsky movie, but
Oh, I love Tarkovsky.
I know Tarkovsky probably. I think he took influence from Bergman, or he has to, because
I mean, it could be that, or it could be the other way around. It could be Tarkovsky was influenced by Bergman, or it could be Bergman was influenced by Tarkovsky.
I don't know, but I saw a similarity with their movies, which is they really do like their long monologues, which isn't entirely a bad thing if it's well done. You know, I mean, it's all about execution, right, Jacob?
Yeah, it's all about execution.
Yep.
Yeah. Although I noticed Tarkovsky films are usually much longer than this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've only
Like,
seen Stalker.
Tarkovsky would never make a movie that's like 80 minutes long.
Oh yeah, I have Stalker here, and yeah, it's
Like, I think
long ass
Ivan's
movie.
Childhood is probably his shortest, which is a great movie, but even Ivan's Childhood isn't as short as this.
Oh no, I'm. I bet Bergman like saw one of Tarkovsky's movies, like, this bullshit. I bet I can do better in like 80 minutes.
Yeah, but like, which Tarkovsky did this remind you of?
I mean, I've only seen one, which is Stalker, and it only reminded me of Tarkovsky's movies because the long monologues, really, kind of like The Seventh Seal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my favorite Tarkovsky is Andrei Rublev, which is an absolute masterpiece. Like, if you want to see like a Christian faith-based film that's actually a great movie, go check out with Tarkovsky's Andrei Rublev.
I think it's free on YouTube if I remember correctly. I'll have to check it out again.
Yeah.
But anyways, Alma is assigned to Elizabeth, and she's basically, I don't know if she's crazy. I don't know if she's just. I kind of feel like this film is almost one big meta commentary on like art or something like that. It's one of those movies. I don't know about you guys, but there's definitely something like it's kind of a meta thing for some reason.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I think it's all about Alma. Like, I seriously think this movie is all about Alma. Like, you can debate whether or not Elizabeth even really exists. Like, this is strictly a character study on Alma.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I also like how this movie reveals itself to you, almost like The Seventh Seal does, as you start watching it. As you begin, like, getting entranced into it, it starts to kind of give you pieces to, bite on.
100%.
Yeah. It's not even before long where we get, like, one of the most famous and, at the time, very controversial monologues of all time.
Oh yes.
Right.
I thought you were gonna talk about the one at the cottage later, but we'll get to that. That was I would love to talk about that at some point.
Like, we're not even halfway in the movie, and like Bibi Andersson is giving this like this very explicit sexual dialogue.
Oh my lord! I bet that probably offended the 1966 audiences.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, I also this is probably better suited for later, but there is a lot of homoeroticism in this movie. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys probably caught it, but
it's definitely there. Although I'm not sure if the lesbianism was like the focus of the movie.
Yeah,
but it's definitely there.
Yeah, there was one part of the movie where I was just. Oh, sorry, Jacob.
Yeah, I would agree. It's there, but it's not the focus of the movie.
Yeah,
Like, it's not even really a love story.
It's like to keep things spicy, you know, or at least to me, that's what it's for.
Oh yeah, and it does a great job at it.
Oh my lord, there was one part I was sitting, I'm like, God, just kiss already. And I'm like,
dude, if this movie was made today, there would definitely be a lot of scissoring.
probably a lot of like sexual images.
Which hey, yeah, give me some. Take
Hey,
my
that's
money.
fine. Yeah, I'm no prude.
It's funny, like,
I'm sorry.
there's even there's a famous shot, like when you see like Alma and Elizabeth's head, like when they see their head together, like they're in the same position in the shot. It's basically the Persona shot. Like if you see like the cover of the Criterion for Persona, that's basically the shot I'm talking about. And they've done that shot in other movies, like Talented Mr. Ripley or The Handmaiden.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call that the Persona shot.
So the doctors kind of dick around for a little bit, and they realize that Elizabeth is fine, perfectly healthy, at least physically. But for some reason, she's just not talking.
She's very strong-willed, as they say in the movie.
Yeah, that's basically what they say. She's strong-willed. You think, oh, that's...
In fact, later we even revealed that it's actually Elizabeth who's sort of studying Alma, like when she reads the letter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the doctor, like the nurse is actually really the patient.
Yeah, it gets... the doctor lady woman basically tells Alma, look, I got this summer house somewhere. Or no, that's later. She's basically like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck is going on with this lady. She's just, I don't know, she's just weird. And Alma's like, I'll keep looking after her. And they kind of, she's like trying to be super nice, and Elizabeth's just like sitting there, and like for a second there, like it like holds on her for a second, and I thought for a second that my like screen fucked up, but no, she's just like sitting there for like 5 minutes. I'm like,
oh yeah. Well, like she sits there, and like for a second, I thought it accidentally paused for some reason, or maybe it was lagging, but no, that's actually how the shot goes. And you know this because as you wait a few seconds, you see it go darker and darker.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah, this part of the movie. All right, I put my remote back down. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then later on, Elizabeth is like walking around, and she ends up seeing television images of the guy in the Vietnam War, the Buddhist guy who burned himself alive. And
that's like way early in the movie in the hospital.
Yeah, no, it's in the hospital. Yeah, we're still in the hospital, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I got a bit too ahead of myself.
Yeah, and she's like horrified by it, and obviously I'm like, I don't get the point of this, but all right, I'll see where the movie takes me. Like I was really trying to be open-minded with this movie.
Yeah, you need to be open-minded.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to like write it off, because I try not to write any movies I see off. You know, I'm like, I'll try anything out, right? And then Persona's just like, all right, buddy, we're gonna take you on the ride of your life, or one of them. I don't know. Another movie this reminded me of, I haven't actually seen it, I've seen bits of it, but Antichrist from Lars von Trier.
Oh, dude, I've seen the whole thing. Like, dude, if you haven't seen the whole film, that is a freaking trip.
Yeah, I've heard, I did hear a story once about the god himself, Willem Dafoe. Apparently his appendage was so big, it disturbed Lars von Trier, and he had to get like a stand-in.
Crazy. I mean, dude, Antichrist ends with a movie that I'll never forget. Like, I saw it 10 years ago, and it still haunts me.
Yeah, I've heard it's fucked up.
It's not the most disturbing scene I've ever seen in a film.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it, even though my rep with Lars von Trier has been very mixed to negative.
I love von Trier.
I like the house that Jack built. That was
that movie was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that movie was wild.
I actually saw the house that Jack built in an art house theater. Me and a couple of my friends, we were the only people there. We had a few beers, and Von Trier's choice for the end credits music had me in stitches laughing.
I gotta see it again. I really love the like Dante Inferno stuff.
He despises that movie, so I'm trying to convince him to love it.
Yeah. But yeah, Antichrist was another film, because I know it has a similar idea of people going out into this like cabin in the woods and basically just fucking going insane.
Well, Antichrist is all about grief.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and are you at least familiar with the ending of Antichrist?
I have not seen Antichrist. I've not seen the ending of it. I just know.
Do you know what happens in the end of the movie?
I don't.
I mean, I almost feel like telling you, because I feel like if I don't tell you, you might be glad to be warned.
I don't know. I hate being spoiled on stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, I won't tell you if you don't want me to.
All right, don't tell me just yet. Don't tell me just yet. But anyways, back to Persona. Going off on a lot of tangents here today. Alma ends up getting a letter, or actually it's Elizabeth who gets it, but Alma reads the letter to her, which is a letter from Elizabeth's husband, and there's a little photo of a little boy, I'm assuming, and she just looks at it, and the actress just like gets triggered, I guess, and then ends up tearing the photograph up.
Yeah, I want to apologize because I really did get a bit too ahead of myself in front of the plot. Like, I started talking about stuff that doesn't count until later in the movie.
Oh no, it's okay. Me and Jacob, we jump around movies all the time. I'm sure we've forgotten at least one thing we liked in every episode we've done so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious that that the boy in the opening sequence definitely has a connection to that boy in the picture.
Yeah, I didn't pick that up until later. I'm like, oh, I guess that's a framing device. That's my assumption. I don't know. I know Bergman had experience directing theater, and this almost feels like a weird theater of the absurd, because I actually saw a thing that had to do with that, and I'm like, oh wow, this reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah. It's interesting that he had a background in theater, because I know Kurosawa really was a big fan of no theater, like the theater in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's always interesting seeing directors with like a background in theater.
Yeah, and this this does feel kind of like a one act, or not really a one act, but it feels like a play in some points, just with more scenery to play around with.
Oh yeah.
I bet you could do this as a stage play. Oh, sorry.
Maybe the monologues.
Oh yeah, I mean, it would be kind of awkward doing in the.
Cinematic.
Oh, sorry. God, we're just talking over each other. What are you saying, Raymond?
Like, I mean, this is pure cinematic. I mean, it would not be as effective as a play.
Oh yeah, it's I don't know if it would work quite as well. Anyways, so the doctor lady is like, okay, we don't know what's going on with this woman. She might recover better at a cottage that I have by the sea that I just lend out to my employees whenever I want. So, just go over there. And she's like, all right, fam. So, yeah, then we get to just the, like really good stuff of the movie.
Nice.
What do you think? What do you think of like the rest of this movie? I gotta say, because it gets pretty wild from here.
Yeah, it definitely builds up, because like there's like a halfway point where it appears like the frame is getting destroyed, like it's part of a projector. Again, the Fight Club reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in fact, I even love Fight Club more, just knowing how inspired it was by Persona.
Yeah, I still prefer 7, as Jacob knows. I harass everybody about that movie.
Yeah. I give Britton a lot of shit for not loving Fight Club, so.
As you should.
It's not
my top 10.
It's not a bad movie.
100%.
It's just I don't know.
just get ready. I'm gonna rip you a new one when we do talk about Fight Club.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my lord. Yeah, he's probably gonna...
Which we'll bring Ray on for that, because it's one of my favorites.
Oh lord, we'll get Ray and like Tig and everybody. We'll have the whole fucking party here for Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great. Actually, our next review should be me and Jacob bashing the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Please.
I saw the trailer for the new one, and I'm like, I'm not gonna see this, but I'm like watching the trailer, and I'm like, damn it, why is this trailer so good? I fucking.
Yeah, don't waste seeing it.
Honestly, bringing back the old cast, it feels like too little, too late.
They're trying to trick me into watching it. I'm like, I don't want to watch this, but.
Yeah, like, after Fallen Kingdom, like, I didn't even watch the trailer for Dominion, because, like, fuck that. I'm not watching it.
I only did it because I had to, the movies I watched. Because I was forced to. I just, like, looked at my phone the whole time, because it actually got me angry that this movie is going to make money.
I just gave up. I just gave up after Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. It was like the, screw you guys, I'm going home moment.
Exactly.
I just got banned from the movie theater for screaming, fuck you, kid, at the end.
You got banned from the theater.
I almost got banned because I almost did that.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, God. Anyway. So they get to the cottage, and then we get, like, an Aikuru-style narration of, this is where shit's really gonna go down. And, I'm like, alright. Alright, movie. Alright, movie. Show me what you got. And this film just, and then there comes a lot of, conversations, including one that just completely took me off guard. I was not expecting that out of, any conversation I've had. I don't know about you guys. But, they're just hanging out, smoking cigarettes, as you do back in the 60s. And Alma just starts unloading on Elizabeth and telling her that she feels that no one has really ever listened to her before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's kind of sad, you know? And then... Yeah. This is actually my favorite part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. The dick, on the one hand, I'm like, all right, show me what you got. But then this scene, I'm like, it's not like unintentionally hilarious, but again, it just caught me completely off guard, where I was like, okay, we're going here then. All right. And Alma dates this guy called Carl Hendrick, and she talks about him a little bit in the movie.
Yeah, he's her fiance.
Yeah, it's her fiance. Oh god, and it's I don't know why I think it's so funny. It's just you're just like, oh yes, this is interesting, and then a wild orgy has appeared. But so she was sunbathing one day in the nude with this woman called Katerina, who apparently she had just met like the day before, or she had just met there. And then, like, these two young guys show up, and they're, like, hanging out, and Alma's just like, well, what are we gonna do? And she's all like, yeah, just let them watch. And then, like, one of the guys walks over, and Katerina just fucking jumps on this dude, and they just start a fucking orgy. Like, I'll just pull the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Yeah, like, she even talks about how he came inside her.
Oh my lord, yeah, I'm like, huh? That was the moment I was like, huh? And, I mean, she goes in detail. She's not just like, oh yeah, we fucked. No. She fucking goes into it.
Hey, I respect that.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh my god.
1966 are probably like, oh, so that's how sex works.
So, yeah, oh god. Yeah, I'm just... And I mean, I'm hardly prudish when it comes to sex, but, yeah. I was not expecting that out of all the stuff they would talk about in this movie.
Yeah.
love that this movie catches you off guard.
Yeah. I like how Elizabeth just kind of stares at her blankly as she's telling her life story. And I'm all like, hey, I don't blame those two boys. If I saw Bibi Andersson in the 60s sunbathing, I'd probably have sex with her too.
I know, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, throwing a threesome with Catherine Deneuve and then we're good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know. Oh, let's see. She was only 31 when she made this. And
31, I'm 29, so
you're
yeah,
29.
Really nice.
Oh my lord. Alma's just like, yep, he fucking came and it was a good time. But then she ended up getting pregnant. Oh yeah, she came home. She was with Carl Hendrik, and then they had sex, and then she got pregnant, and then she got an abortion, and that just kind of made me cringe a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, regardless of your politics, like, abortion doesn't really give you a big heart on.
No, it doesn't. You were thinking, oh, this is like a fun little sex adventure she went on, and then it's like, oh, this got dark really fast.
Yeah. I know.
And she, it's like eating her up on the inside, and it's really very upsetting for her.
Yeah, and of course Elizabeth has a son of her own.
Yeah. I kind of thought about it later. I'm like, wow, that's kind of foreshadowing to later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are like, called foreshadowing, dummy. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah. But, yeah, what did you guys think of her just, explaining how she had sex with these two young men?
Well, it actually reminds me of that scene once again from Fight Club when, Edward Norton would go to those, support groups and he says that here they really listen to you instead of just waiting for their turn to speak.
Oh, yeah, when he's talking to...
Elizabeth Bolt doesn't talk, that means she really listens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. I immediately caught that. I was like, that's straight out from Fight Club because, I adore Fight Club, so, yeah.
Oh,
and I love it even knowing how influential it was from Persona.
Oh yeah, after watching Persona, I immediately just went and watched Fight Club again. I was like, the Fight Club took a lot of inspiration from Persona.
Well, it's Psycho meets Persona.
Yeah, right.
I mean, even the dilapidated house looks like the Norman Bates house.
I know, right? It does.
Yeah.
Though I'd say Fight Club is a far grungier film than this one is.
Well, yeah, because it was made 33 years later.
Yeah, it's God.
I would say Persona would get made today far more easily than Fight Club.
Oh, I would agree.
I'd take a shower. I usually want to take a shower after I see Fight Club and Seven. Or even any of Fincher's earlier films.
Yeah. I mean, Lynch... Are you talking about Lynch?
I'm talking about David Fincher.
Oh, David Fincher, yeah.
Though,
I've seen all of his films except Alien 3.
Oh, Lord. Best way I can describe it is there's a good movie in there, but it just gets kind of messed up by studio meddling.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't Fincher's fault.
Yeah, he actually disowned that movie.
Oh yeah. David Fincher actually said, and I quote, "I would rather have colon cancer than watch Alien 3."
Ouch.
Though, yeah, I mean, my buddy Chris said, after this movie, you should probably watch a comedy from Bergman next. I'm like, you know what? I might take you up on that, because this movie was pretty weird and kind of fucked up.
I mean, I love Bergman, but comedy's not really a strong suit of his.
All right. Seven Seal is pretty funny, though. And I will say this orgy story, I did laugh. It wasn't like it was unintentionally hilarious, but again, it was just like, wow, all right, there we go. That happened.
Oh yeah. Okay, so where are we now?
We are right after the scene where she talked about her orgy, Alma.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me, real quick.
Sorry. Would you send that singing thing on to me?
Facebook.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My mother was talking to me. Yeah, now we're, there.
I thought you went mute like Elizabeth all of a sudden.
Ha! Yeah, no. I was talking to my mom. Yeah, Elizabeth. Fucking Swedish people. Swear to God. I forget exactly what happens after this, which is sad because I just saw this the other day. I saw it on Friday. They like hang out some more. She's like hangs out in in like a bathing suit, and she just kind of sits outside. She like made herself a
Bibi
drink.
Andersson looked hot on that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Bibi Andersson looked hot on that.
Oh yeah, And then, of course, I'll admit, when I was watching that scene, I saw Elizabeth show up, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. I didn't even see her there. And she, like, walks around, which kind of lends to my theory she's kind of like a ghost or some shit like that. Again, Persona's a very ominous film, I gotta say. I was not feeling good vibes when watching this.
Indeed.
It's the cinematic equivalent of walking into an alley where you shouldn't have been at night. I don't know about you, Raymond. Maybe you have a different perspective on this.
I mean, for my taste in movies, I've been around the block quite a bit. But yeah, I do agree with the ominous vibe of it. Like, you know, something's gonna go down later.
Oh yeah, shit goes down. Yeah. She also like breaks her glass, and she doesn't even like bother to clean it up. She's just like, "Yo, fuck this," and she leaves. And I was like really tense, and she steps on the glass. I was like, "Oh my god." Ugh. Ugh. Don't step on glass, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't step on glass.
Do not.
Alma and Elizabeth's friendship starts to kind of starts to degrade a little bit as Alma starts getting irritated that Elizabeth just isn't talking to her. And oh yes, one night she thinks that she whispers to her.
Oh yeah.
Though maybe that was later. I don't know. But
Oh, what?
anyway, I'm sorry, I got off track. Yeah, so she steps on glass, they hang out for a few days, and Alma finally gets annoyed with Elizabeth, and she just, like, begs her to talk, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
Though, yeah, I would probably not be pleased hanging out with somebody who just can't talk.
Especially if they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I'd be like, come on, just say something.
Yeah, just say something, anything.
You know, again, compared to The Lighthouse, this film really plays with your perception. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not quite as, I don't know, eccentric as The Lighthouse, but it's very similar in how it just kind of fucks with, it kind of, like, messes with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like
it really does.
And it's not like in a way where it's like, oh, fuck you for paying attention. Yeah, you know, you have a small penis, you know, or something like that. But, you know. But yeah, it does mess with your perception quite a bit.
Yeah, that does.
Indeed.
So, oh yeah, there's also one night where Alma goes to sleep, and again, fucking Elizabeth shows up, and they start like cuddling, I guess. Again, back to the homoeroticism of this movie.
Yeah.
And in 1966, I don't know, I don't know what you'd make of that.
I mean, it's not really the big focus like in something like The Handmaiden, but you can definitely look at it through that lens.
I definitely did. I'm like, there was a couple of times in the movie where I'm like, God, just kiss already. Like, ah.
Oh my god, yeah.
But they probably weren't, because that probably would have triggered so many people in the 60s.
Oh,
Sadly.
Yeah.
Hey, it won't trigger us.
Hey, it won't trigger us. We're gonna. Wouldn't trigger me. I'll put it that way.
I mean, it'll cause a rapid movement of blood in my body, and that's about it.
Yeah, the party in my pants.
Yeah, my party just. Oh god. Anyway, so this finally ends up escalating to the point where Alma decides to drive into town to. Oh wait, no, yes, she ends up driving into town to mail their letters, and she realizes that Elizabeth's letter is not sealed. So, like the nosy nurse that she is, decides to open it. And let me tell you, the letter is not good. Elizabeth basically is telling her, whoever the fuck she's writing to, that she is studying Alma. I say that in air quotes. And decides to mention that little orgy that happened, and the abortion. Which, ugh. That's rough.
Oh, yeah. Like, I just gave details about what we did during sex, and now I just got an abortion.
Oh, yeah. Understandably, Alma gets very upset, drives back to the house, and basically just starts accusing Elizabeth of using her for some point. For something. Whatever it is. Maybe it's some sort of, like, weird type of method acting. I don't know about you guys. That was kind of my personal headcanon.
Yeah. Yeah. So, by method acting, like, do you think Liv Ullman literally did not speak at all when they were filming?
No, I mean, the character was, like... the character was, like... I suspect maybe the character was method. Is, like, doing some sort of weird method acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Jared Leto gives method acting a bad name.
Oh my god. I don't want to talk about Jared Leto.
I definitely agree on that.
Me
method actors. Jared Leto is a meth actor.
Oh lord, Jacob, how many times have we talked about Jared Leto on this channel or on this show?
Oh, you've talked about Jared Leto like a billion times.
Oh well, yeah, I definitely have because oh lord.
I mean, hell, Jared Leto was in Fight Club, and we've talked about Fight Club.
Oh yeah, he is. I always forget he's in that. I always forget he's in Fight Club.
Maybe that's why Britton doesn't love Fight Club.
No, it's he's also an American Psycho. I'm sorry.
An Oscar, and he gets rightfully shit on for his performances.
I think it's hilarious when he's in American Psycho and Christian Bale just fucking axes him.
Or in Fight Club where Edward Norton beats the shit out of him.
Oh my lord, yeah. I don't feel good when I watch that scene. I get kind of disgusted because, jeez, the sound design in that movie is just.
I mean, Leto, so yeah, make it that way you will.
I guess that softens it a little, but ugh. Ugh. I know a lot of people are kind of shitting on method acting at the moment. I guess that. Or well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people shit on Jared Leto, but I'm not gonna talk about that.
Like he's made all of these great actors come out against method acting, like Matt Nicholson, for instance.
yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
I want to see Valhalla Rising so bad. I've heard that movie is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess Jared Leto did create this conversation about method acting, and that's why everyone's turning against it.
I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis made it work, so, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Robert De Niro.
I don't really like Dustin Hoffman.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro's great.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Joaquin. Yeah, Joaquin.
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, The Revenant especially.
Oh my god, I'd love to talk about The Revenant at some point, because that movie is just...
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, it's so good. Fucking Leo earned that Oscar for that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch The Revenant to make up for the fact that I can't watch The Northman right now.
Oh man, it is. I would say Revenant's worth the time. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray.
Also makes me want to see Valhalla Rising, because I've heard it's similar, like kind of medieval type of movie.
I haven't seen that, but I know Nicholas Winding Refn.
Isn't he amazing? Or at least I think he's a great director. I don't know. He's kind of controversial amongst film lovers.
From Nicholas Winding Refn, yeah, I get kind of the pretentious feel from some of his movies.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, The
didn't
Neon
enjoy
Demon
Drive,
was fucking wild. That movie went off the rails. Ugh.
Yeah.
Too Old to Die Young, I couldn't finish, because, my god, it was so slow. And not in the good way.
Yeah.
I remember Ari Aster saying about Bergman.
I'm
sorry.
I'm gonna recommend you guys some good shit.
Alright.
I know, like, I've seen some of your podcasts. Like, I know, like, once you're done actually talking about the movie, you talk about what movies you're watching.
Yeah. We sometimes do that if the review is a little short. I like to kind of fill in the time. I want to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. That looks like.
I saw that last weekend.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I mean, I'm not as over the moon with it as so many other people are, but I enjoyed it because the pacing literally is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'll take it.
So that's basically what you feel watching the movie.
I'll take it.
I mean, it's also basically a celebration of Shelley Poe's film career.
All right.
Like at one point, she even wears the outfit she wears in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I still need to see that. I haven't seen the full thing, sadly. Don't kill me.
That's a good movie, but I like Hero more.
Yeah. Back to Bergman. Back to Persona
Yeah,
here.
of course.
I do remember. I remember reading something from Ari Aster a few years ago, where he said that Bergman is a very inviting filmmaker, surprisingly. And I'm like, I don't know what to think of that. I think Bergman's films, at least the two I've seen, they're both movies that kind of reveal themselves to the audience if you put your attention to it. I don't know what you guys think.
Oh yeah, he definitely demands a lot from the audience.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna trim his movie for you. You have to adjust to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting there like, all right, movie, show me what you got, and then it just fucking throws all this crazy shit, throws a dick at you. Forgot to mention that. That's way earlier in the movie though.
Oh, I think you did mention it at least once.
Oh yeah, it's just like, oh hello there, it's a penis. Though
yeah, wrecked one too.
yeah, I don't know what you think, Jacob, but what, that is a very big dick.
I mean, I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not there's anything wrong with being gay, but that's a good dick. I don't know. No. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
So, Alma gets pissed off at Elizabeth for using her for some purpose, which I think is like some sort of weird method acting kind of thing. And they end up having a fight. And out of all the things to threaten Elizabeth with, she threatens to throw boiling water at her. And then Elizabeth's just like, no, without, like, saying anything.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know what you guys think about that scene.
I mean, like, if you have to deal with someone like Elizabeth, you'd probably go crazy, too. And do whatever you could to make them speak.
Yeah, I'd probably just... I don't know what I'd do, honestly. I'd be like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Take off in that car, never coming back. Yeah, but, and Alma thinks this is the first time that the actress has spoken since they met. But she thinks that Elizabeth had previously whispered to her when Alma was, like, asleep on the table they were sitting at earlier. So again, back to that playing with your perception thing.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, it really. It does play with your perception.
excuse me.
Oh, you're there.
I'm doing something.
Oh, did you use the bathroom?
No, my cousin just burst in here. I'm like, I'm doing something. It's all right. I can probably mess with that later. Though, yeah. So, this is one of those movies I don't really know how to talk about it because like there's so much stuff you could like take away from this movie. I know that sounds really. I don't know how that sounds. I know that sounds kind of like a cop-out, but it's just like... Again, it's just like a bunch of subtext. It's a very subtextual movie.
Yeah. I mean, hell, we can cut to the very end where you see like a film crew, like a brief shot of a film crew filming everything.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Elizabeth is an actress, that definitely plays a huge part. Like and on stage, she plays the role of a loving mother, something she never really was in real life.
Yeah. It's also a very theme-heavy movie, too. Like, there's a lot of themes in this, like...
Like, when you talk about the movie, you talk about the themes, not the plot.
Yeah. Like, there's like a theme of regret in this movie.
Yeah, like maybe like Alma regrets having the abortion. And that kid, that haunted-looking kid from earlier in the movie, that's the son the son she didn't have. And the reason why the woman's face is blurred is because it could either be Alma or Elizabeth.
Yeah, and also...
And he's like longing out for his mother.
Yeah. But later on, after the Alma just fucking lets Elizabeth know that she's an awful person. And Elizabeth gets triggered by this and runs off. Non-surprisingly.
Of course not.
Alma, of course, thinks about it for a second and then ends up chasing her across the beach, which is an odd scene, which again kind of goes back to the... in movies like this, you're always, like, trying to guess what's going to happen next. It's like, again, going to compare it to The Lighthouse. Because in The Lighthouse, you're, like, kind of like, okay, what's going to happen next? And is he going to, is it going to be like, Willem Dafoe was murdering all of his, guys? And then the movie's like, nope, not that,
Yeah.
I'm rambling now.
Kind of creeps me out because I actually am afraid of birds.
You're afraid of birds? Oh, that's...
Yeah, I did some research, and guess what? So is Ingmar Bergman.
Oh my god. He was afraid of birds.
Yeah, I am.
No, I mean, I don't mean to make fun of you for that, but it's just, it's, I don't know. I'm not afraid of birds. I don't understand that.
All right.
Though, so Alma chases her and just goes like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I don't know what came over me. And again, there's that kind of homoerotic element I was talking about, because it almost feels like a lover trying to tell a lover that she's sorry over some, like, dumb shit she said earlier.
Yeah.
then Alma goes over and sits on the beach for a little bit, and Elizabeth just kind of goes back in the house and just kind of hangs out there. And later on, she ends up looking at at a photograph of a bunch of Jews being arrested in the Warsaw Ghetto. This is from
pretty famous photograph.
Yeah, pretty famous photograph. I remember recognizing. I'm like, is that from the Holocaust? Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And she's like looking at it, and it's like it's really sad. You're just like, oh man. I don't know I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna. You can only guess. I guess Elizabeth is just horrified by historical moments.
Oh yeah, the Vietnam War, the Holocaust.
Yeah, what do you think, Jacob? What do you think about this?
Yeah.
You think there's just a bunch of randomness, or do you think there's like a point to this?
I really can't tell you, honestly.
You can't tell? I don't blame you. I can't really tell myself.
I've seen it like 4 times and I can't really tell. I mean, I can tell some of it because like the whole thing about the boy, like that definitely plays a huge part. But I'm still trying to decipher the rest.
Yeah.
It's like with Mulholland Drive. I mean, I've seen it like 4 times and I still don't know the purpose of the cowboy.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive, that's a whole... Apparently David Lynch also really likes Persona, and you know what? I don't blame him. This feels like a pre-David Lynch movie.
Pretty much. Only with David Lynch, he had the artistic freedom to actually have a lesbian sex scene.
Bro.
Yes. Instead of fucking Persona, where it's tooling with us.
It's teasing you.
I can't even have an orgasm.
I mean, you could argue that Persona isn't really about lesbianism, or at least that's not what the intention is. But the subtext is definitely there.
I was about to say, I just thought it was subtextual. I didn't think it was like a literal thing. Well, let me tell you, I saw Eraserhead. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that movie, aside from some subtext about postpartum depression. But aside from that, I dread the day we talk about that one. Oh, Lord.
Oh, wait, what were we talking about?
I was just mentioning Eraserhead real quick.
Oh, that was in heaven, everything is fine.
Yes.
In heaven. Like,
yeah.
That was a nightmare you want to wake up from.
Yeah, that movie is a literal nightmare, if I recall correctly.
It literally is a nightmare. It's basically about the fear of fatherhood.
I think Lynch called it a literal nightmare. So, I'm like, you know what? Good point.
Yeah, it's about... I mean, I would not want to become a father after watching Eraserhead.
Oh, my Lord. But yeah, basically Persona is like the pre-David Lynch movie. I don't know what you guys think about that, but...
It pretty much is.
Jacob, what do you think of this?
I could not agree more.
I will say this film is fucking... Oh, Lord. So then... this film goes from, like, 1 to 10 to, like, 50... And then it goes to 100 by the time this third act starts. Okay, because... So one night, Alma decides to walk around. I don't remember exactly what she's doing, but she's, like, walking around. And she hears a dude. She hears a man calling around for Elizabeth. And she's like, oh, interesting. And she's, like, walking around. And then this fucking dude just shows up out of nowhere. He's like, hello. He's like, Elizabeth, my love. And she's like, oh! And then he calls Alma Elizabeth. And then even though Alma's like, no, I'm not Elizabeth, they end up banging.
Yeah. I mean, of course it's off screen, but still.
Of course. What is this movie? I don't know. Oh, God. So, they end up banging, and then they're, like, laying around, and then Alma's like, alright, I'll see you later. And then he fucking disappears. All right. This film's so random. Can I just mention that real quick? I don't know. There's probably some like more prestigious film nerds out there who might get mad at me for saying that, but it's kind of a random movie at times.
I mean, on the first viewing, yeah, it definitely appears random.
I feel like Ingmar Bergman was just like, I'm gonna break the rules and just see if these people are gonna eat it up. I don't know. So Alma ends up meeting with Elizabeth again, and they start talking about why Elizabeth tore up the photo of her son, which brings back to earlier with the little kid watching the thing, the little screen. And I'm guessing that her having coitus with Elizabeth's husband gave her a lot of insight about her character. She has like, I don't know, psychic pussy powers. I can't describe it. But she ends up just like telling a lot of Elizabeth's story. And she just describes in detail about how Elizabeth wanted to be a mother, but then she became pregnant, and she ended up regretting her decision. So she attempted to have a failed abortion, but that didn't work out. So she tried to like abort her own fetus, and she ended up giving birth to this boy that she doesn't like. But apparently the boy still craves her love nonetheless, even though they're like not getting along. This is just really This is a really harrowing monologue. I don't know what you guys think about it.
Oh yeah, definitely the dramatic climax of the movie.
Without a doubt.
Oh yeah, then the screen just starts sputtering off, and it just becomes this whole thing. We end up seeing a filming crew, and then Elizabeth just, oh yeah, Alma cuts open her wrist, and Elizabeth just starts fucking drinking at it like it's water. I'm like, what is this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
I don't know either.
oh my lord. What do you think about this, Jacob?
Oh god, just hope you wouldn't ask. Yeah, it's definitely the most dramatic scene in the movie.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
she's just slurping blood.
It's just so random.
Yeah, I know. It's just like,
Just a lot of random stuff in this movie. And on the first viewing, you think it's random, but I think when you watch it more times, I think like you'll understand it more.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should see it again at some point. Don't get me wrong, I like this movie. I really liked watching it. It was certainly entertaining in a weird way. It was certainly very interesting as well. And again, I will proudly admit that I did not get everything in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get everything in the movie either.
Yes. I mean, though, I will say, I will pick up that I think the main theme of this is regret. Especially when we get towards the end of the movie, that these two women, or maybe just one of them, because it is implied this is like a subconscious thing.
I mean, hell, Elizabeth Vogler might not even exist.
Yeah, Elizabeth Vogler might not even exist, exactly. Or maybe Alma doesn't even exist, who knows. But,
Subscribe more to Elizabeth not existing.
yeah.
Like the film crew showing up at the end implies that Alma may actually be an actress.
That's possible. I wouldn't be...
I mean, Alma, she's engaged to a husband that she really likes, which might not be reality.
Yeah. And then she had an orgy. Just an orgy, just having an orgy, it's fine.
Yeah, like the consequence of free love, and you end up getting pregnant and having an abortion that you regret.
Yeah. But as she ends this little story, she ends up like having a moment where she's like, wait a minute. I'm not Elizabeth. No, I'm Alma. And she like gets up and leaves.
Yeah, and then you see like close up of a shot, and like half of her face turns into Elizabeth.
Yeah. Apparently, she later coaxes Elizabeth to say the word nothing, and then leaves the cottage. She walks to the bus, and a film crew ends up filming her.
Yeah. End of movie.
End of movie. Yeah, man. But yeah, that was Persona. We've been doing a lot of quicker reviews recently, but man, Persona, weird ass movie, I gotta say. And I'm probably gonna see it again at some point. And I would like to see more Bergman films. What?
It definitely is a great change of pace.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a food for thought. You know, you're like, what is this movie? I know it is a Criterion favorite from the Criterion collection. I only have 2 movies from them.
What were they, like Stalker, and what was the other one?
Stalker, and I got their Miller's Crossing, because I really like that movie.
I think. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm looking at my Criterions right now. I got Army of Shadows, Barry Lyndon, Cold War, Day for Night, Dress to Kill, The Graduate, Harakiri, Mulholland Drive, Seven Samurai, Sword of Doom, Throne of Blood, Itamama Tambien, and the Essential Fellini Collection.
Oh wow, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Jacob, do you have any Criterion, or are you just like, nah?
I actually do have one Criterion, Uncut Gems.
Oh!
Oh, I want to rewatch that.
I love Uncut Gems. I've watched it.
I remember loving it, but I gotta watch it again.
I rewatched it again, and I like it more than Good Time, personally, even though I love Good Time. But continue.
Yeah, I mean, like, Adam Sandler, he was definitely Oscar-worthy, though I do kind of understand why the Academy didn't give him one, just because of his previous filmography.
Right, yeah.
Like, he's done so much shit. Like, it's gonna take a few masterpieces to make it up for the Oscars.
Oh, Lord.
Indeed.
I gotta say, I did watch Punch Drunk Love a few, well, this was actually a while back, but, God, that movie was so good. Like, it took a minute for it to start, but once it, like, got along, I love it. Great Paul Thomas. I'm a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan. Oh, such a great movie.
This is my favorite of his, but Magnolia is a really close second.
Wait, which one's your favorite Paul Thomas Anderson?
Boogie Nights is my favorite.
Boogie Nights.
But Magnolia is a really close second.
I couldn't sit through Magnolia for some reason. I wanna watch it again at some point.
I still need to see Boogie Nights. I know Britton just likes it.
I do.
Boogie Nights is probably the best ensemble cast I've ever seen in a film.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw the cast, like A-list cast, so I definitely plan on seeing Boogie Nights eventually.
It's a good movie. It is very Scorsese-like, if you ask me.
I mean, yeah, Boogie Nights is very Scorsese, where There Will Be Blood is very Kubrick.
Oh yeah, I mean, There Will Be Blood is still my favorite of his so far.
It's a great film. Oh, There Will Be Blood is a great movie, but it doesn't have as much rewatch value for me as like Boogie Nights or.
Yeah, I mean, There Will Be. I mean, it is my second favorite film of all time, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's a rewatchable movie. Number 1 is A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, that's my second favorite.
At least for right now, it tends to change, but for right now, it's A Clockwork Orange. I don't know, but what's yours, Jacob?
It's pretty stagnant for me. Like my very, very top favorite movies are very stagnant.
What about you, Jacob? What's your number 1?
I don't have a favorite movie. I have too many favorites. But like the top four I can think of is ones that come in mind. Fight Club for me. Kiss My Ass, Britain. It's a great movie.
I'm not gonna discriminate.
Fight Club, Back to the Future, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I'm gonna be biased here because this film impacted me a lot. Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, the original Sam Raimi 2002 one.
Yeah, the original.
I mean, it was huge at the time because it came out just a few months after 9/11.
Yeah, no, I mean, we already did an episode on that, and I love the Raymond movies. Very.
Dude, I incorporate movies to my stand-up comedy quite a bit. Like, I have this one bit saying, I've never had a girlfriend that's lasted long. Because the thing is, women are really turned off by my taste in movies. Like, I remember on a date, I showed this girl one of my favorite movies. It's basically about a mother who's sexually attracted to her son. And then one day, some asshole tries to rape her, and the father hires the attempted rapist to work for him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Fucked up, then you remember it.
I remember that. Yeah, you're like, badly describe a movie, and it stumped me. I'm like, God, what is it? And when you described it, it was like, fuck!
Yeah, Back to the Future. Yeah, like, the thing is, like, Biff was over the top in a way that would not fly today. Like, as a bully and an antagonist.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. You get Me Too'd out of...
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, like, George McFly's like, oh, Biff, what a character. Always trying to get away with something.
I'd be like, I got a restraining order.
Towards the end, which is like, what?
I'd be like, but he'd be like, personally, I would have gotten a restraining order, but
oh, Biff, trying to get with something by trying to rape my wife, and now you're not even finishing waxing the car. Like, Biff must be really damn good at waxing a car.
Oh, Lord.
Here's the thing. It's nearly impossible to make a movie about time travel where there aren't any plot holes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's nearly impossible for that to happen.
Oh, no. I mean, I've been harassing Jacob to go see Time Crimes.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Oh, my Lord. It's so good.
Oh, yeah, Time Crimes.
It's basically an allegory for covering up an extramarital affair.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It keeps it simple, too. That's what makes it work. It keeps it simple.
But, yes, Jacob, if you ever do, or maybe you've already seen it and you haven't told me yet, but it is on Tubi, so there you go.
Tubi.
I like Tubi.
It's free, so yeah, awesome. I'll check it out when I can. Unlike Britton, there's a lot of films that he hasn't seen that he should see.
I know. I got Edge of Tomorrow. I'm gonna see it. I promise. I will see Edge of Tomorrow.
I like how in Time Crimes, how the main character does all this crazy stuff. He goes through all these crazy lengths just to make sure there aren't any plot holes in the movie.
yeah, that's great. Yeah,
that's kind of what I like about it.
I love Edge of Tomorrow. You can ask Britton.
Yeah, no, he loves that movie.
It's a good movie.
I wanna watch it. I own it. I bought it a few months ago. I just need to see it.
I fucking love it. Like, I've watched it like 10 times. No joke.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies like Mad Max Fury Road where I was like, this movie doesn't look that interesting. And then apparently, it's really good, surprisingly. It's just I haven't seen it yet. So I want to.
You haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road?
No, I have seen Mad Max Fury Road. I was talking about Edge of Tomorrow.
Right.
I was just comparing it to when I did see Mad Max Fury Road, which I ended up seeing it after it was like away from theaters, and I was so pissed at myself for not like going to see it in the theaters.
Dude, you think that's bad? I didn't see The Dark Knight until like Christmas.
You know what? I don't blame you there because I was like 7 at the time, and I didn't see it until it like came out on.
I was 15, so I had no excuse.
That is a great movie, though.
Dude, hey, Brit, like, I actually wrote a letterbox review for The Dark Knight. Like, I gave it 5 stars, but I did a review that was just 3 sentences.
Yeah, I read it. It was good.
I was like, I actually thought it was a good movie. I thought Heath Ledger did a good job. If you're a Batman fan, then you probably really like it. That was my whole review.
Yeah. Oh, man. Speaking.
That's all my letterbox review was, just those 3 sentences.
Yes. Speaking of time travel movies, I know Raymond didn't like it, but I thought Primer was very interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. Like, it was like spoken in, it was like watching a foreign language movie without any subtitles.
I told Jacob, I'm like, okay, if you do watch Primer, I would recommend I would recommend like watching some explained videos afterwards, because I mean, though I did become obsessed with the work of Shane Carruth after that, only to learn that well, it seems he has a dodgy past with domestic abuse, so that's not cool.
I feel like most people in the entertainment industry are not good people.
Yeah, it's like all the entertainment people are fucking crazy somehow.
Yeah, the music industry is probably worse.
It sucks too, because I read one of his one of the films he didn't get to make. It's called A Topiary. Dude, it was so good, and I was like, oh, why? Does God hate us?
Yeah.
No, but my buddy Kyle's a big fan of his, so yeah. Jacob, have you seen any movies recently?
Actually did. I just rewatched Ad Astra with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah?
I saw that.
Because, yeah, I personally really love it. I don't know how you feel, Ray, but I really love it.
I
really liked it when I first watched it. But rewatching it again, like, I really love it. My opinion, one of Brad Pitt's best performances. It's a film that's
very understated.
Focuses more on what?
Yeah, very understated performance.
Indeed, it's like he does a lot without like saying much in the film. I'm not going to spoil anything for Britain, but it is a film that focuses more on thoughts on the father and son rather than big blockbuster entertainment. And I also just love space movies. It's a very soothing movie. Like it almost put me to sleep, not because it was bad or anything, because like it's a how do I explain it? It's a very subtle movie. There's no like big dramatic scene for me personally, and there's a lot more to it. And a lot of people are the people who don't like it. There's that can never happen in space, or that can never happen. I'm like, well, yeah. If you're the type of person that looks deep into that, then you won't like Ad Astra. But if you're someone like me who just wants to have a good time, then you'll like Ad Astra.
Yeah. You gotta get the feeling he was inspired by Ex Machina, or at least for the title.
I had a feeling. I've heard it's like Apocalypse Now in space.
Well, he spent the whole movie looking for one person.
Though Apocalypse Now is my fourth favorite movie of all time. It is my favorite war film. So there you go.
Oh yeah. The question I like to ask people: do you like Apocalypse Now more or Saving Private Ryan more? Even though the two movies really aren't comparable.
Apocalypse Now for me.
Both about trying to find somebody in wartime. Hello, are you guys there?
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here too. Brit, are you here?
Britain?
Sorry, I was going to the bathroom. It just hit me all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yes, I've been seeing. I've been like on a not really a movie watching streak, but I've been kind of watching. I'm watching more movies than I did last year. I'll put it that way. Because last year, I don't know, just didn't watch a lot of movies last year.
Yeah, you need to be in the mood, but dude, I've been watching this show on HBO Max called Tokyo Vice. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I've heard of it.
Oh, it's really good. Like, Jake, have you seen it?
I've heard of it.
Oh, it's really good.
I do plan on seeing it though. It looks really good.
Oh yeah, dude, Mike, like put it this way, Michael Mann directs the first episode.
Oh God, now I gotta see it.
Yeah, now you have to see it.
Then. Damn it! Now I'm gonna see it now.
Yep.
Since we mentioned Michael Mann.
I also saw Turning Red because Jacob was harassing me about it. Fun movie.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, considering I wasn't the target audience, I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like how it kind of. I like the bait and switch of it. Pixar again, doing it again. They're Pixar, man.
Yep. Yeah, God bless Pixar.
So I will say, Luca, I didn't love. Thought it was good.
I didn't see Luca.
It was good, fun movie, but I don't see myself watching it again.
I mean,
it was a nice change of pace.
There's fun in it somewhere.
I also saw The Vast of Night, which was excellent. I know Jacob's seen it.
I like that. I need to watch it again soon.
Raymond, you've seen The Vast of Night, you said?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so good. Or at least I thought it was really good.
Yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to the days where maybe... Yeah, you should invite me to do, like, a bad movie review, because those were fun to watch.
Yeah, they're always fun to make. Like,
I'll
I'll
you
be...
know which movie I'm choosing? Fallen Kingdom.
Yes, I'd love to do that.
Oh, God, I'll have to see it.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Also, Jake, I like to do one making fun of House of the Dead, the Uwe Ball movie. Like, I actually own it on DVD because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, Chris
Oh,
Stuckman
God,
did a
yes,
review of that.
But here's the thing, Jake. Like, Chris Stuckman did a hilariosity of it. You've probably seen it, right?
Oh, of course.
Dude, in his hilariosity, he doesn't even mention the funniest line in the movie. He doesn't even mention the funniest line.
He doesn't.
Oh, do you know, the funniest line I'm talking about is, like, when they're about to go into this house, and, like, this lady says, well, you're gonna follow me? And then this other girl says, didn't you ever watch Scooby-Doo?
I was disappointed that he didn't mention that. I was disappointed when he didn't mention that. Because, like, it's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. I think of it, like there's this one scene in House of the Dead, like, with all the zombies are, like, swimming. And I think Uwe Ball said in the DVD commentary that he called it his salute to Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my God, dude, Uwe Ball is fucking nuts. Have you heard of any of his antics?
Oh yeah, like beating the people up in boxing matches.
Yeah, like he like
hilarious
challenging
rant he did
people.
back in 2015.
He's like challenging people to boxing fights. This dude's a madman.
Apparently, he's really good at running a restaurant, though.
Oh my God, like. Like, he challenges critics to boxing matches, and he'll, like, criticize, like, movies on Letterboxd. I don't know if that was a troll or not, but...
Fucking hilarious.
I love this.
Bro, like...
Oh my God.
Like...
You give every superhero movie, like, half a star.
Yeah, he gave like, a Lighthouse, half a star, but he's all like, the mermaid made me horny, or some bullshit like that. Fucking hilarious.
Oh, I love it. It's so funny.
I mean, I Hate Everything made a great video about it.
When he reviews his own movies, he was like, I like the director. He is a sexy.
He is a sexy, yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh God! Like, this dude is literally like
Detective Pikachu, and like Detective Pikachu is like, what's with all the gummy bears? Like, he referred to the Pokemon as gummy bears.
Yeah, I know. He oh God, he's so good. Though, hey, he has gotten a lot of Razzies, or he's been nominated for a lot of Razzies.
Dude, the Razzies are more smug and politically motivated than the Oscars.
I saw Brawl and Cell Block 99 got attacked for a Razzie, and that was a great movie.
That was bullshit. And what really pisses me off is that, like, Dragging Across Concrete and Joker both got a Razzie nomination for reckless endangerment of human life. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, no, it's like, what?
Razzies, you are every bit as smug as the Oscars, and 4 times worse. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's like, that's the biggest what the fuck ever. Like, the Razzies is far more smug than the Oscars. The Oscars are fucking smug as hell.
Though, I will say...
smug. Like, I would argue can be quite a smug like the Oscars as well.
I will say I enjoy when Halle Berry won the Razzie for Catwoman, and she just like walked up and she just took it in stride. I'm like, I respect that.
Hey, same with Paul Verhoeven for Showgirls.
I haven't seen Showgirls though.
I mean, Showgirls it's getting a cult following, and rightfully so.
Yeah, isn't that the one Verhoeven made?
Yeah.
Oh my
It has
god.
great dialogue, but everybody's got AIDS and shit.
Ugh. I thought Verhoeven made good bad movies. This is just this feels weird to me now.
Oh, Showgirls is a good bad movie.
Oh my lord. Oh boy.
There is one.
Oh, what'd you say?
I'll be quick.
Oh, sorry. No.
Of the Oscars, there is one actor who got fucked over so bad, and I'm sure you guys will agree. And that's when I just said fuck you to the Oscars. Jake Gyllenhaal for his performance in Nightcrawler. Not one nomination.
No.
Yes. Jake Gyllenhaal was treated so bad by the Oscars.
Yo, I got mad that they
got
snubbed
fucking
Whiplash, dude.
Whiplash is
He got
amazing.
fucking screwed.
Oh my
yeah.
lord.
Love Whiplash.
Oh my god, I love Whiplash. That's what made I went on, like, you can ask Cameron. I went on a lot of rants about that year for the Oscars because I was like, Whiplash was so freaking good. It was ugh.
That should have won Best Picture. Whiplash should have won Best Picture.
Oh, agreed. I mean,
100%.
I've softened on Birdman over the years, but Revenant's a way better movie if you ask me from that director.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Damien Chazelle, like, he has a movie coming up later this year.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, called Babylon.
Yeah, Babylon.
Home Dog, Tobey Maguire's gonna be in it, which where's he been? What's he been doing?
Well, no,
Coming out of hibernation.
Well, yeah, after No Way Home, he's been getting out of his hibernation, whatever the hell he's been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Persona was quite the change of pace for this channel, because, like, it's not the type of movie you guys usually review.
Yeah, no, it's a weird thing, because, you know, Persona's a movie that... Persona's one of those movies, I don't really know what to make of it. It's like, you know, Persona. There you go. It's kind of like The Lighthouse, except it's not as, like, eccentric and fun as The Lighthouse. I don't know, that probably sounds bad. I like, and don't get me wrong, I like Persona, again. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, but The Lighthouse doesn't give you a boner.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, Lighthouse. Well,
Yeah,
before anybody interrupts, I have to quick. Which movie won Best Picture 2014?
Birdman.
I
forgot.
Birdman?
Oh, yeah, Whiplash should have won the Oscar. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
Whiplash,
year
obviously.
for Oscars.
Dude, it's insanely rare when the Oscars actually get it right. Like, that's insanely rare when that happens.
I know. It's extremely rare.
Oh,
Like,
what's the last time the
extremely
Oscars got something right? Moonlight, probably, for
Persona
me.
won Best Picture, so...
Oh, did it?
You mean Parasite.
Oh, wait, no, not Persona. Parasite. Parasite won Best Picture, so...
I still need to see that. I'm sorry, guys.
What?
I know, I haven't seen Parasite
That was
yet.
great. Although, my heart goes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I fucking love that.
I thought it was fine until the end, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is really good. I might need to see it again at some
I
point.
need to watch it again.
Because, dude, there actually are quite a lot of poignant films. Like, it's Tarantino's most mature film.
I don't know if, I mean, I'd totally be fine with it if I didn't get it.
I mean, it has like one of the greatest endings to a movie I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, the ending is amazing.
Yeah. So if I were to ask what movie won Best, if you were to ask me what movie should have won Best Picture in 2019, I would say my heart goes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hey, I would have been happy if it won Best Picture. I was very happy.
There are a lot of great movies, though.
I would say The Irishman probably should have won it, but, you know, then again, there was that one scene that kind of took me out of the movie that couldn't give it more than just 4 stars for me.
Oh, what movie?
The Irishman.
Oh, I really like The Irishman.
Oh, it's great, except, you know, there's one scene that just totally took me out of the movie. And you probably know what I'm talking about.
No, actually.
It's where CG Robert De Niro just fucking beats this dude up, and you can tell it's 80-year-old Robert De Niro, and it's so bad.
I mean, well, the thing is, though, I was so invested in the story to where I just didn't care.
Yeah, no, it's good aside from that, but I mean, I don't know, I had me a hearty laugh.
I mean, granted, the CGI it might look very terrible 20 years from now, but like I said, I was so invested in the story that I just didn't care about it.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, a lot of films that have its flaws. If like the story overall is good and everything else is good surrounding it, then those little flaws like they don't even matter. You know.
No. Well, there's only a few handful movies that even consider calling perfect.
Though last Oscars was pretty wild. I mean, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Asking what movies won Best Picture at the Oscars, that's like looking at the play reviews for Our American Cousin.
Sums up right there.
Yeah, no, I don't even watch the Oscars anymore because I'll be disappointed all the time.
What happens is that I would go on like some website and then like refresh it to see what movies won, but that's about it. I would never actually watch the Oscars. Like, I think Will Smith needs to be punished by being forced to watch the Oscars for the next 10 years.
And it sucks too because I'm always defending Will Smith because he's not a bad actor at all, but the dude is awful when it comes to like picking roles.
God,
he's a horrible agent, dude. He's turned on like The Matrix, Django Unchained.
Just imagine. That makes me pissed now.
Don't get me wrong.
Matrix would have been better with Will Smith. It would have been a very different movie, but it would have been better.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like Jamie Foxx's Django.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was perfect, but I think Will Smith would have been better in The Matrix.
Yeah, like, imagine Will Smith in The Matrix. This does not include Britain. Imagine Will Smith in The Matrix. That would have been great, even though I love The Matrix. But
it would have been a different movie. It would have been a completely different movie, but it would have been great. Like, you would have had,
100%.
like, Will Smith wisecracking instead of Keanu Reeves' stoicism.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He literally turned down The Matrix so he could do Wild Wild West. And
Oh, my God.
That was the worst choice of his career.
Dude, there's actually a moment in Wild Wild West where his character, I forget the context, but he actually says, now that would be a damn awful career decision. You know, the fuck on Metal Black?
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Wicked Wild Wild West.
I thought you were gonna say Leo there, Jacob, when you were talking about people who've been screwed over by the Oscars.
Oh, he's up there. Leo, definitely.
Oh, they snubbed him?
He has an Oscar now, and he's gotten 6 nominations total.
You know one actor who has been screwed so many times?
Who?
What?
Johnny Depp.
Oh, my God.
I mean, well, that's because of his career choices. I mean, the 2010s have not been good to him, and that's an understatement.
Oh, no,
all the
like,
films that he's been into are Oscar-worthy. Like, nobody talks about that. Like, been screwed over so many times.
Oh, man. The only one good movie he made in the 2010s that I can remember is Rango. That's a great movie, by the way. I love Rango. I may be biased there, because I do love Rango. It's a great movie. Or at least I thought it was a great movie.
I loved it.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I mean, like, Johnny, what happened to you, man?
Man, and like, dude, he was on a roll in the 90s, though. If we were in a more just world, I would have given him the Oscar for Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
Or Ed Wood.
Oh, yeah, or Ed Wood.
Johnny Depp. Have you not seen the movie Casino? Like, that's what happens when you marry a whore.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah. And then he, jeez. You've seen The Trial. We tend to, like, avoid, controversial subjects on here, but, crazy times we've been living in. The Depp, Amber Heard stuff, like, oh, God, just crazy stuff.
I won't say much, but all I can say is justice for Johnny Depp and fuck Amber Heard.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
I mean, cancel culture is bullshit anyways. I mean, you know, like, it's so hypocritical.
I mean, like, the fact that Johnny Depp hasn't fired for multiple jobs and Amber Heard is still getting jobs is just fucking baffling to me.
It really is.
Like, she's literally still in Aquaman 2. Like, I don't even... just, dude, fuck her. And then Johnny Depp's been fired from Fantastic Beasts 3 and Pirates of the Caribbean 6. I'm like, really?
Well, no. Well, to be fair, he chose not to be in any more Pirates movies. And to be fair, the Pirates franchise is... To be fair, the Pirates franchise is a sinking ship.
That's true.
They should have ended it after movie 3.
That after stopped playing cartoon characters.
I mean, after 3, that's when they became not good, because 4 and 5 weren't good.
I mean, people shout on 3 a lot of the time, but for all its flaws, it at least had a reason to exist, and it felt like the conclusion of a trilogy.
Yeah, like, I think of it as like that's a trilogy. I pretend that 4 and 5 don't even exist.
I didn't even see 5.
Not very good. It was better than Stranger Tides, but still not a good movie.
Dude, you know what's messed up? Stranger Tides, that is the most expensive movie ever made.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And that's just mind-blowing to me.
I know. Out of all the movies that you would think would have, like, the bigger budget, like Endgame, for example, Stranger Tides has the biggest budget.
I know. It's like a movie that didn't need to exist.
I will say, Coda won. I heard Coda is actually very good.
I saw Coda. Like, it's a good movie, but it's a movie that won mainly for its good intentions.
I can see that. I still haven't seen it, but I got that feeling. I got that vibe when it won its Oscars. Like, it probably won because of its good intentions, as you said.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really care for Power of the Dog. I did like Belfast. I mean, a lot of people were shitting on Belfast that it's an Oscar bait movie. I'm like, well, yeah, it kind of is, but it's no more Oscar bait than Power of the Dog.
I still need to see Hour of the Dog. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, no excuses. On Netflix, Britton. Don't be fucking lazy.
I mean, dude, I would argue that I think Tropic Thunder did the trope of a toxic masculine guy secretly being gay a lot better than Power of the Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love Tropic Thunder so much. God bless that
Tropic
movie.
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder for the win.
If I made a list of movies there's no more movies like that, fucking Tropic Thunder would be on that list. They just don't make movies like it anymore. But
just imagine if they made a movie where they had an actor do blackface. They would never get away with it.
Well, to be fair, though, in Tropic Thunder they did because they actually had another black actor rip on it for doing it, so that's kind of why they were able to do it.
Oh, I see. But yeah,
because
around our times, they could not get away with it. But
yeah.
Oh, bro, The King's Speech won over The Social Network and Toy Story 3. That is unforgivable. That is unforgivable.
Fuck that.
And my hatred for that skyrocketed even more, knowing that the director went on to make Cats.
I totally forgot about that. Oh, Cats. Oh my god. What an abortion of a movie. Oh my lord.
Jesus.
Drive isn't even in 2011. That is unforgivable.
Oh, what's on in 2011?
The Artist. That's actually a pretty good movie. That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was alright.
Okay.
It had a nice little novelty.
The Django Unchained and Silver Linings Playbook. The Bastard isn't even on here. There's literally no justice in the Oscars. Literally none. At all.
Well,
That's ridiculous.
There's another film, and this is like one of the most memorable moments ever. There's one film that I can think of that highly deserved its Best Picture, Moonlight, when people thought it was La La Land.
Agreed.
Because Britton knows I love Moonlight.
They're both the same for me when it comes to quality, but the best movie that year was Silence, the Scorsese film.
I still need to see that.
That's my personal favorite Scorsese film. Yes, over Taxi Driver.
I fucking love that. I mean,
it's the most underrated film by far.
They were about the same to me in terms of quality.
I love Moonlight. I don't care. I fucking love it.
That's fine. I think La La Land and Moonlight are both equally great.
12 Years a Slave.
love
That's
Moonlight
actually
as well.
good. That's actually a good win. I would agree. I think 12 Years a Slave's a good pick.
Green Book didn't deserve his best picture, in my opinion.
I will say, I liked Green Book more than Shape of Water.
I know you don't like Shape of Water. I love that movie.
I mean, who watches Creature from the Black Lagoon and fantasizes about bestiality? Shape of Water is my least favorite Best Picture winner.
Yo, Paul Thomas Anderson got fucked over. He's been fucked over too, like a lot.
Boogie Nights not being nominated for neither Boogie Nights nor Magnolia being nominated for Best Picture.
Oh my lord. Oh, what won in 2000? Oh, No Country for Old Men. Okay, yeah, that.
I need to rewatch that movie.
Oh, it's my favorite Coen Brothers film, my friend.
Dude, I thought The Departed was a very worthy Best Picture winner.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Martin deserved a Best Picture at some point. Should have gotten it 30 years ago, but you know.
Yeah, you could argue that it was just a give it to him already Oscar, but objectively, I think The Departed is a worthy Best Picture winner.
American Beauty won over The Green Mile. Oh god. Oh boy.
I mean, some people still say American Beauty is a masterpiece. Some people say it hasn't aged well. I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah, me too. That's where I'm at now. Titanic won over Good Will Hunting. Oh.
Dude, no, Titanic I think is worthy because it's not the best film of that year, but very few movies are as big of an event as that movie was.
The English Patient won over Fargo. That is
Haven't even seen the English. Dude, Dances with Wolves beating Goodfellas pisses me off.
Wait, who's in Goodfellas? Oh, over Goodfellas?
Like, Dances with Wolves beating Goodfellas is
oh my god! Oh.
Shakespeare in Love being Saving Private Ryan.
Unforgiven one. Okay, Unforgiven's a worthy one. That's a worthy one.
Well, Shakespeare in Love gave Harvey Weinstein an Oscar.
Oh, jeez.
So we definitely watched that movie through a shit-stained lens.
Forrest Gump. You know, I love Forrest Gump. I don't care what anyone says.
I like Forrest Gump. I mean, I will say this. The fact that Forrest Gump is hated for winning Best Picture really shows what a great year for movies 1994 was.
You know, yeah, there are a lot of great movies that year. Shawshank, Leon. Pulp Fiction, yeah. Ed Wood. Oh my god. So many great movies in 1994.
2014 was a great year for movies.
Oh, yeah. 2014, 2017 was really good.
2019 was definitely the best year in the 2010s.
Wait, what was?
Oh, indeed.
2019 was definitely the best year in the 2010s.
Yeah, 2019 was really good. There was a lot of great gems in that year.
1999 was really good. Toy Story 2, Green Mile, Matrix, Fight Club,
Election,
Kiss My Aspirin again.
Iron Giant, October Sky.
A lot of great movies in 1999.
2007, 2008. A lot of great movies that year.
Yeah, 2008 was good.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I mean, that's it. On my favorites list, The Patriot. I actually think that's an underrated movie.
I like The Patriot.
I don't care if it's historically inaccurate. It's a good movie. Like.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it is a little ridiculous how, like, American kids can use weapons better than British officers, but I enjoy it. It's a good movie.
It's basically just think of it as Braveheart in the Revolutionary War. Like, there you go. Like, good movie.
Yeah, I like The Patriot.
Let's see. Rain Man in 1988. You know, I'll give that. I like Rain Man.
That's worthy. The Last Emperor is insanely underrated.
Let's see. Platoon. You know what? I love Platoon. Even though I think Oliver Stone has the subtlety of a sledgehammer, I do quite enjoy
But
Platoon.
he does have passion, though.
What?
He does have passion, though.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think, Jacob? What do you think about Oliver Stone?
It's not my favorite film of the year, but it's a worthy Best Picture winner.
Or
I would say it's worthy.
Oh. What'd you say, Jacob? Or
I would say it's worthy.
Amadeus. Oh, I'll say that. That's one of the times Oscars got it right, in my opinion, anyway.
That's a great film.
Oh, good.
I mean, my favorite film of 1984 is Once Upon a Time in America, but Amadeus is great too. It's a worthy Best Picture winner.
Let's see. Gandhi over E.T. That kind of makes sense, but I like E.T. a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Gandhi is a movie that's worth seeing once, but once is enough.
What do you think? You think E.T. should have won the Oscar that year?
Which movie won that year?
Gandhi.
I haven't seen it, so yeah, E.T. should have won.
And it's not a very Oscar movie. Like, I mean, the Academy doesn't really like family movies.
Wow, Chariots of Fire won over Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's sad.
But again, they don't really like, the Academy doesn't really like blockbuster movies.
No, they're against them. They're mostly into biopics or something like that.
Oh my lord. I would say I would share Quentin Tarantino's view on biopics, but there are some good biopics out there.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of good ones, like Ray, Rocket Man, or most recent King Richard. Then there are some mediocre ones, like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Green Book was a better movie than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I agree on that. Bohemian Rhapsody fucking disappointed the hell out of me.
I mean, it's an okay movie and a pretty big missed opportunity.
Oh, it's a huge missed opportunity, and it's an okay film, but I'm a huge Queen fan, so for me, I was like analyzing the film. There were so many inaccuracies. Though Rami Malek, I would say he deserved his Oscar nomination because he really was phenomenal as Freddie Mercury.
Well, to be fair, Rocketman has probably just as many historical inaccuracies as Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's just a better movie.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Though
I mean, Rocketman is probably just as historically accurate, but Rocketman is the movie Bohemian Rhapsody should have been.
Right.
I will say the 70s
Just
was
a
a good
better
year for the
film.
Oscars because there was a lot of good picks for Best Picture, like Patton, Godfather 2,
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
The
Nest,
70s were great. 70s were probably the best decade for film.
Deer Hunter. There you go.
Yeah.
Oliver. It's actually a good movie. That's in the 60s though.
I mean, yeah, Oliver is good. Like, I mean, there are no shortage of better movies than 1968, but Oliver is a perfectly entertaining musical. Like, dude, in the 50s and 60s, the Academy really did love musicals.
Yeah, it seems that.
I mean,
It seems so.
There were 4 picture winners that were musicals.
Ooh, Casablanca won. That I would say that's deserved. Then again, I'm
for
biased
sure.
there.
I mean, Godfather is deserved, Gone with the Wind is deserved, Casablanca is deserved, Bridge of the River Kwai is deserved,
Oh, yeah,
Lawrence of Arabia is deserved.
Sound of Music. I like that movie. I know there's probably
I
some.
love Sound of Music. That's deserved.
Oliver, great adaptation, one of my favorite books. So there you go. Midnight Cowboy won, which I haven't seen. I've heard it's
That's a great one. That's deserved.
I've heard that's a very homoerotic movie. Not that I know it triggered John Wayne. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Oh yeah, you want to have a good laugh? There's an interview with John Wayne from like 1971 where he just starts going off on all just the stuff that's considered questionable nowadays.
I mean, I don't really judge great actors for their views because most great actors don't have views that you disagree with or views that society wouldn't agree with today.
Oh no!
Right.
It's I just thought it was funny.
Dude, one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen was when Nicolas Cage, and he was interviewing why he appeared in Left Behind. It was basically him just trying to BS the whole thing. It's hilarious.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. It's fucking hilarious.
I was like, well, if you look at my filmography, I always like to lean towards spirituality, like City of Angels, Knowing, or even Ghost Rider. You know, they all touch on spiritual themes.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider
is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, Ghost Rider. I gotta see that. I don't believe I've seen that one.
I love Nicolas Cage. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, I know a lot of people would probably disagree with me, but I think Leaving Las Vegas is his best performance.
Well, he won an Oscar for it.
Oh, well-deserved one. A well-deserved one, if you ask me.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
100%. You still need to see Pig, though, Britton.
I know! I've heard it's so good. Oh, my lord. It's just... It's fun talking about movies where the academies finally get it right, like get it right for once, because they're always getting it
the cool
wrong.
thing is, like, the only issue I have with Parasite winning Best Picture is that it really does kind of feel like a huge slap in the face to all the hundreds of foreign language films that were never even nominated for Best Picture over the years.
I would say Old Boy should have won one if there were ever if there were justice in the world. I would definitely.
Old Boy is still the best movie to come from Korea.
Oh my lord, I love Old Boy.
That is my 5th favorite movie of all time.
Oh man, that's one I need to get the committee together when we discuss it.
I'll be there when you want to discuss it.
Jacob, you love Old Boy as well, if I recall.
Oh yeah, love it.
Marlon Brando and The Godfather, that's so deserved. I would say that's also a great deserved one. Or at least in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I love The Godfather, so there you go.
Who doesn't?
I mean, Alec Guinness.
Doesn't love movies.
I mean, Alec Guinness, Bridge of the River Kwai, which is a great war movie. I saw that in film class. I just love it.
That's definitely worthy of Best Picture.
100%.
Let's see.
Definitely worthy.
Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, he deserved that one.
Well, either that or Piero O'Toole from Lawrence of Arabia, because they're both equally great.
Still need to see that one. I know. I there's a lot of movies I need to see at some point. He won for True Grit, dude. The Searchers is a way better movie.
Dude, The Searchers didn't get nominated for shit.
John Wayne should, if he had a Best Picture win, if he had a Best Actor win, it should have been for The Searchers, because he's great in that movie.
Yeah, and he plays such a dark anti-hero, too.
Yeah, I know. It's just, Gene Hackman won for The French Connection. I actually I own French Connection. I thought it was pretty good. I might need to see it again. I might have missed out on it, because I wasn't in the right headspace when I was watching it.
I will never, ever, ever, ever forgive the Oscars for not nominating Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler.
Oh my lord! Wait, didn't J.K. Simmons win that year?
But that was supporting actor.
Oh, that was Best Supporting Actor. I was about to say
Yeah,
I forgot if he did. I remember he won, but I forgot what it was for.
Yeah, it's weird how sometimes they get actor and supporting actor confused, and like which category should have been which.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, Dustin Hoffman won.
Like 20 minutes of screen time, yet he won Best Actor in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah, it's Henry
Heath
Fonda.
Ledger won Best Supporting Actor for The Dark Knight.
That should have been Best Actor in my opinion.
Yeah, Best Actor, 100%, but better than nothing. Supporting Actor, still deserved.
He should have won Best Actor.
I will say.
I'm still happy.
I mean, F. Murray Abraham and Amadeus. I'd say that's deserved. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas is Gordon Gekko. Yeah, that's a good win. It's
deserved.
Though again, I mean, Oliver Stone is like Spike Lee. Dude has the subtlety of a fucking sledgehammer.
Yeah, they're on the same level of filmmaking in my opinion.
Jacob, what do you think? Would you agree with my opinion?
Oliver Stone and Spike Lee, they're about the same.
I would agree on that.
He has the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
Indeed.
I don't know. I tend to be more interested in the subtle approach, but sometimes there's when it's in your face and it's actually not like it's pretty good.
Yeah. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. Just a change of pace. As Britton knows, Raymond does. I fucking hate Fan Four Stick.
Oh my lord!
With every fiber of my being.
It's not good.
Fan Four Stick did well.
It did win Razzies, a lot of them. Won Worst Picture, Worst Remake, Worst Director, Worst Screen Combo, Worst Screenplay. Much deserved.
Oh yeah, bad, really bad.
Fuck that.
Like, and to think, that was trying to be the Batman Begins of the franchise.
Literally. And it failed so fucking hard. Fuck Fan Stick. Fuck that movie.
Oh man. I will say Denzel deserved Training
like,
Day.
Here's something nobody talks about. Why did they make Reed Richards a teenager?
Literally.
I know.
No one talks about that. Why did they make him a fucking teenager?
Also, what the fuck is that Doctor Doom outfit? Oh my god.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking test crash dummy with green goo spewing out of him.
He looks like a CG. He looks like an abortion of a CG. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but
he looks. Here's my way to describe it. He looks like if C-3PO was on meth.
Oh my god.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh jeez.
And the thing is basically going around butt naked. So yeah. Fuck that movie.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Oh my god,
I will say.
I mean, do you think the new Fantastic Four will be any good?
I hope so, because John Watts
anything is better than Fan Four Stick. I'll say that. I'd rather watch Batman and Robin 10 billion times, because at least that film is so bad it's entertaining. Fan Four Stick is just straight up bad. I literally fell asleep the first time I watched it. No joke.
I'm not surprised.
For like 5 minutes, I woke up. And I woke up to a scene where they were teleporting. I was like, oh, this movie's still on. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I can't.
I will say, let's see. Leo, that's a good win for The Revenant. I'd say he deserved that one.
So he has been screwed multiple times.
Oh, my God. He's been fucked over so many times at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Also,
I thought Leo would win for Django Unchained when the first time I saw the movie.
That was so good too. Yeah, he was great in that.
I remember thinking that Django Unchained was going to get Leo an Oscar.
How wrong you were.
Yeah.
Well, not shocking. The Oscars suck.
Oh my lord. Though we did get,
they weren't always great. I mean, there were a lot of bad Best Picture winners from like the 50s.
Though I will say, it was fun this year when he got slapped, when Chris Rock got slapped. I didn't know if that was, like, not fun, that sounds bad, but it just caught me off guard. I know it probably caught the rest of the world off guard, too.
I didn't even watch the Oscars. I just heard on the news, like, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I'm like, what?
Oh, my lord.
And then after that, he won Best Actor. I'm like, wait, what?
And he's pretending like it never even happened.
I know. I mean, like...
Dude, if Jazzy Jeff were to assault someone at the Oscars, they would have literally thrown his ass out.
Literally.
Oh my lord. Like, man, Will Smith is a wildly self-destructive actor. Just picking shit roles, and then when he actually wins...
He needs to divorce his wife, if he's not doing it already. He needs to start divorcing his wife.
Yeah, I know. He needs to divorce his wife.
Jada's a fucking weirdo.
Oh my lord. Like, she's talking to
like
Shane
Willow
Dawson.
And Jaden. They named their kids Willow and Jaden.
I wouldn't say that's too odd. But anyways. You know, God. It's just... You know, don't lecture people on taking accountability when you're banging your son's friend in, like, the other room, and you cajoled Will Smith into an open relationship so you won't feel bad about cuckolding him. It's just like, come on, dude.
Like, Jesus.
Ugh.
Alright. I mean, I will say this, though. I don't think they should take Will Smith's Oscar away, because if you did that, you're going to get all this annoying, oh, what about him? What about him? What about him? You know?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, like, in all seriousness, he did deserve his Oscar. Like, he was phenomenal in King Richard.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was good
I
in
don't
that.
think they should take his Oscar away. In my opinion.
Another well-deserved Oscar win, Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. I mean, there you go.
Oh, yeah, we can argue with that.
Deserved. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, George Clooney won one for Syriana. I've never even heard of that.
I haven't heard of it.
I haven't seen it.
Javier Bardem, No Country for Old Men. I'd say he deserved that one. Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for Tropic Thunder, which I agree, because he was phenomenal in that.
Oh, I love that movie.
Heath Ledger should have won Best Actor, so Robert Downey could win Best Supporting Actor.
You know what? Yeah.
Give Heath Ledger Best Actor, and then give Robert Downey Jr. Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, Sam Rockwell won for 3 Billboards? I didn't even know that. Shit.
Deserved.
I'm always complaining how he gets fucked over by Hollywood, because like nobody talks about him, and he's great.
I mean, he won an Oscar, so yeah.
There you go.
Another underrated actor, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not from an award standpoint, but yeah, definitely underrated.
Oh yeah, I did see a trailer for the new Elvis film. I don't know what you guys think about that.
My brain tells me it won't be that good, but it still looks very interesting. I'll definitely give it a chance.
I'll watch it, even though I don't like Baz Luhrmann as the director.
I don't either. I think he's one of those all flash directors.
Yeah, it looks better than Dominion.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I'd rather watch Elvis. I'm gonna see Elvis over Dominion. I'm not seeing Jurassic World Dominion.
Like, in Dominion, I'm like, when you see those characters, it gets me angry because it's like, why aren't you assholes in jail?
Wait, what? He's not in jail for what?
For basically for killing innocent people, destroying the world, its ecosystem.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I mean, Fallen Kingdom would be like asking us to root for the eco-terrorists in 28 Days Later.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Like, am I right, Jacob? Am I right?
Oh, couldn't be more right. Like, literally, Jurassic World Dominion, like, I'm not going to see it. Like, I've already suffered through Rise of Skywalker. Literally.
Oh,
it
hell
will be
no.
the Rise of Skywalker all over again.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Ugh, don't even bring up that atrocity.
I'm surprised if 10 years from now people start liking the sequel movies more.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that happens.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Because there's always going to be kids who are introduced to Star Wars in the movies, and they're always going to have nostalgic affection for them.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if 10 years from now people start liking the sequels more. Because fan outrage is cyclical.
100%.
I mean, if I were to tell you 10 years ago that people would like the Star Wars prequels more, you would have thought I was insane.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I don't know. What movies have you seen, Raymond? I know you saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. Heard it has the kid from. I heard it had Short Round in it, all grown up.
Yeah, Short Round. Yeah. When at first I was like, "Is this like Jet Li or something?" But no, I did some research, and yeah, it's Short Round, all grown up. So pretty neat.
I might want to actually see that movie next week, or hopefully I'll see it next weekend. I hope it'll still be in theaters by then. Oh God.
You're still going to see it. I'm gonna, mark my words, Brit, I'm going to make you unlazy.
Yeah. Look, I got a crap load of movies here I gotta see here. I got a bunch of Kurosawa movies. I got The Asphalt Jungle, Get Carter, Pale Rider, Qui-Gon, Blood Simple, Brotherhood of the Wolf. I got a shitload of stuff on here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
In fact, I think in May I'm going to do that challenge again where I watch 30 different movies from 30 different countries in 1 month. Like, I've done that challenge twice, like 3 times, and I've enjoyed it then, so I might do it again in May.
Oh, yes, I also started Moon Knight, which I'm enjoying. It's basically like the Indiana Jones movie, the really good Indiana Jones movie we didn't get.
Well, I mean, we're going to get another one soon. Like, they just finished wrapping production.
Well, I'm kind of nervous about that one. I mean, I like James Mangold. He did make my favorite movie of 2017. But yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford ain't getting that younger, and I don't want him fucking dying on set.
Well, I mean, they finished production, so he's not going to die on set.
All right, well,
yeah,
I guess
he's still alive. So.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Matt Nicholson's going to be in it.
I mean, they already raw dogged it with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so it can't get any worse from here.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I feel like that movie gets a bit too much hate, because hear me out on this one. everyone bitches about the fridge scene in Cradle of the Crystal Skull, but like, dude, there was so much impossible shit in the previous films. And, like, they give that scene in Temple of Doom where they get on a raft, they fall off a plane, then they fall off a cliff, and no broken bones or anything, and they give that scene a free pass.
No, I mean,
Because Temple of Doom was good. Kingdom of Crystal Skull had so many other bad stuff in it.
No, I mean that's not even one of the things that bothers me. I'm not even bothered by the French,
Dude, Willie was fucking annoying. Willie was awful. She
Oh, no,
really
Willie
ruined
sucked.
that movie. She really ruined Temple of Doom for me.
I like Short Round, but fuck Willie. Ugh, worst indie girl.
Oh God, without a doubt. Even though I like
she ruined the movie for me.
I wish we had more Marion. Even Marion was probably my favorite part of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, but if the new indie film sucks, people are gonna start liking Kingdom of the Crystal Skull more.
Oh
like
my
I said,
god.
I mean, hey, after Rise of Skywalker, people like the prequels more, so there you go.
I mean,
Well, Rise of Skywalker.
And if we get a new Star Wars trilogy, people will like Rise of Skywalker more. I guarantee it.
I mean, Rise of Skywalker was so
That's just the way
bad.
it is.
Like, it's not good. I will die on this hill. The Rise of Skywalker is one of the worst Star Wars films of all time. Just awful movie.
I mean, I don't hate it like a lot of people do, but I don't despise the movie like a lot of other people do, but it does leave a lot to be desired.
Ugh.
Absolutely.
Because that's just it. I don't get angry at Star Wars anymore because we need to stop acting like it's the end of the world if we don't like a Star Wars movie. Because the reason why we got Rise of Skywalker, a lot of it is because of us, the fan base.
You also didn't really have a plan, but you know that. I digress.
Well, to be fair, Carrie Fisher's death probably fucked a lot of things up.
Yes.
And it's possible, maybe they did have a plan, but because of fan outrage, they changed it.
I actually thought The Last Jedi was pretty good.
Yeah, it has its moments.
Yeah. I did see The Northman earlier today, which I really liked.
Yeah, don't tell me. I will definitely see that when I get a chance.
All I'll say is, Robert Eggers, the homeboy, has done it again.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
I will say, I think Robert Eggers is one of the best filmmakers working today. I mean, we already talked about one of his films on this show, so I won't really...
like a new advent of new directors. Like, there's a whole new wave of great directors. Robert Eggers, Ari Aster, the Safdie brothers.
I thought Midsommar was kind of lame. Though Florence Pugh's in it, and anyway. What? All right. Hey, I'm attracted to Florence Pugh. Okay, you can ask Jacob about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm attracted to Anya Taylor-Joy, so there you go.
Anya Taylor-Joy, yeah, she's sexy.
Right? Thank you, Raymond. She's fine. After the Queen's Gambit, I was like, it's done.
Yeah, she was sexy in Last Night in Soho.
Oh yeah. Gives me a boner every time.
Oh, man.
I mean, I have misses of that movie, but yeah, she was great in it.
Oh yeah. I liked Last Night in Soho, personally.
Also, Florence Pugh's accent. She has a good American accent, but oh my god, the fucking English accent.
Yum yum.
Though I will say on Midsommar, that fucking soundtrack slapped. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah, Midsommar fucked with me.
I didn't care for. I'm like, this feels like Hereditary again.
I mean, well, I think it's a very, very, very well directed film. So I don't know, like there are some like logical flaws in the movie. Like I feel like everyone would have left the fuck out of that place after that first suicide scene.
I would have left. I would have.
Instantly left right after that. Ritual suicide shit.
No, I just like by the end of the movie, I'm like, it's like I'm like, dude, this is just Hereditary. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. And like I don't know, it's like maybe it's just me being a salty wiener, but I don't know. Midsummer just did not land right with me.
It's just another killing of a sacred deer for you.
But it definitely isn't a perfect movie.
Oh no, I didn't really want to tell Raymond that I don't like Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. I love Yorgos Lanthimos.
That's oh god, I didn't really want to mention that I don't like Killing of a Sacred Deer because it's just a lot of people really like that movie. I don't get it, but I mean I thought it was stupid.
I mean it's a great tragedy. Having to choose which one of your kids you want to live.
Just awful characters I didn't like. Nobody was acting right. Just unintentionally hilarious, or maybe it was meant to be hilarious. I have no idea. I'm a fucking idiot, but you know, the Lobster looks like something I would like, but I don't know. After Killing of a Sacred Deer, I'm a little hesitant. Good lord, when Colin Farrell starts talking about, Jacob, I don't know if he's.
I haven't seen it, so don't spoil anything.
Oh fuck! All right, never mind. But I was gonna mention there's one scene in the movie where I just started laughing my ass off. I couldn't watch it anymore.
I think it was intentional though. Knowing Lanthimos, I think it was intentional.
Because
the films do have a dark humor to them.
Yeah, The Favorite looks fun too. I kind of want to see that, even though I'm like, oh god.
I mean, it's not like a Shyamalan film where it's obviously unintentional, but with Lanthimos, it definitely is intentional.
Yeah, like The Favorite looks like a just straight up comedy. Like I don't know.
Oh, I love that movie.
No, I mean, no, but I will say Hereditary. Like Raymond said, Hereditary fucked with me. I will. Ugh. 5-star movie, but I don't think I'm ever gonna see it again. Like that film just.
Yeah, same here.
Ugh.
Never. Oh, never ever again.
Just, so much raw emotion in that movie. Oh my god, like I couldn't take
Dude,
it.
Alex, I mean, Tony Collette gets all the love, but I don't think Alex Wolff gets enough praise. Like he gave one of the most chilling, oh shit, what have I done scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Thank you. Like he needs a lot more praise for his performance in Hereditary.
And to think, he was the drummer of the fucking Naked Brothers band.
I know.
That's just mind-blowing to me.
Like, really great actor, a lot of potential.
Oh man, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll get enough praise for that.
Like, he's a great actor. Very underrated.
Oh lord, but yeah, Hereditary, it fucked with my mind for a while. I'm like, it's like after I watched Chinatown, except I can watch Chinatown again. I love Chinatown, but
I need to watch that again.
I mean, I guess 1974 was a great year for movies. I don't know. But yeah, Chinatown, like the ending of that movie. I won't spoil here, but
well, it's kind of a famous ending.
It fucked with me. And I know Ari Aster is a big like Polanski fan, and
well, I hope not a child rapist.
What?
I mean, I hope Ari Aster isn't a child rapist.
Well, I hope not, but you know. Did you see Have any of y'all have seen The Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
No.
Oh my god, it is fucked. It's like one of his short movies he did. You can watch it on YouTube. Like, it is fucked. I do have 7 Samurai. I need to... I got a collection of Kurosawa films to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron is his best, in my opinion.
Wait, what?
Ron is his best, in my opinion.
Oh, I love Ron. Jacob, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was like, better fucking watch.
Better fucking watch?
Yeah, watch all the movies that you haven't seen yet.
I know.
I will make you unlazy.
I got Perfect Blue over here. Where is Perfect Blue at?
That's good. Satoshi Kon.
Yeah, I have two Satoshi Kon movies. I got Paprika and Perfect Blue. Which I've heard are great, and I want to see them.
Then watch them.
I know. You suck. Are you just getting back at me because I made you watch Persona again?
A little bit.
Dude, I think during the length of our review, we could have watched Persona twice in this runtime.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, Lord. I do want to watch
Well, anyway,
some...
dude, I need to get to work soon. I need to shower and everything, but thanks for having me on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, I was about to actually end it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Raymond, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime. I hope the audio is good.
All right. Jake, this has been Brit and Jake Go to the Movies. I've been Britton.
No, I've been Jake. Oh, wait, I need to pick my movie for next
Oh, yeah. What's your movie?
My movie is Turning Up Red. I want to bring a guest on. His name's Norman.
Oh, okay, good.
Dude, if you're gonna do another bad movie review, maybe for Christmas time you can do Home Sweet Home Alone, because that was really bad.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God, yeah. Don't even start on that fucking movie. Well, my nieces watched it, and I just sat with them and watched it. I was like, why did I do this?
Dude, there's actually a moment in the movie when somebody's watching TV and they're like, why remake classics? They're never as good as the original.
Yeah.
What?
There's actually a scene in that movie where they do that. I'm like,
It's
okay,
like-
you just fucked with me.
Yeah. You're just fucking with us now.
Like, it's like, you know this is a terrible idea, but you're doing it anyway, and you wrote that scene as is to be self-aware and hoping that we would give you a free pass, but we're not.
No, because this movie fucking sucks. So
Yeah.
fuck y'all.
Fucking sucks.
Definitely.
Anyways, Raymond, it's a pleasure. Love to have you on again.
Anytime.
This has been Brit and Jake Go to the Movies. I've been Britton.
And I'm a Jacob.
I'm the guest star, Raymond.
And we do it for the love of the movies, at least for the most part.
Same.
Or, Jacob, you were supposed to say that. Say the thing.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, you do. Yes, thank you. All right.
All right, peace.
You can subscribe and like and lick our balls. It's fine.